Yeah.
Hi. Oh yeah, right. Sorry. This book broke me. I apologize.
This book broke you? I mean, of all the books we've read.
I've had
You
a
need to do
week.
your intro,
Okay,
Bae.
sorry.
This can't
Hi,
start
welcome to
until
Book
you-
Club with Bae. I am Bae, and this is Bae. Say hi, Bae.
Hi, Bae.
And this is other Bae. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay.
And today,
sorry. And today we're talking about Torment by Lauren Kate. The second book in the Fallen series.
I rated the first one 3 stars. What crack was I on? I'm on my
teen
Goodreads.
hormones. Teen hormones. That's what crack you were on.
I
That's
distinctly
actually pretty low.
Here's the thing. I distinctly recall reading this book in Miss Allen's class and getting in trouble for it in like 9th grade.
Torment or Fallen?
One of them. I don't know. But
Pretty gothic cover book.
But I know that I read this one. I don't remember any of this shit. My brain purged this, and I understand why. But I wish it hadn't, because then I would have known what was coming.
God, the ending was so dumb.
It was like, here's the thing. This was blissfully 2000s YA.
Yes, there was the nostalgic nature of it.
So, like, I'm not saying that Lauren Kate did anything. Well, I'm not. Okay. As an adult reader reading it in 2023, I'm saying she did something wrong. But, like,
as the target audience in the noughties, it's fine.
Yeah. Obviously, it did its job, as a teenager. I was blissfully entertained. And I like,
it's like House of Night.
What I do recall is, like, I recall liking Cam better as a teenager, I think.
Cam was barely in this book, and I gotta say, I did kind of miss him. I don't know what I missed, but
I miss Penn.
Yeah, I miss Penn. But Shelby's nice. I liked Shelby.
Shelby's fun.
I did like her. And I like Miles, the new love interest. And I hate Daniel. This was
definitely the era of 1,000 love interests.
Yeah. This is House of Night era, baby.
Because Luce has had Cam. Well, obviously Daniel. But then secondary to Daniel, she's had Cam in the first book. And Miles in this one.
Trevor also, before the book started.
Does that count?
That's not on page 5. She has 3 love interests, and we're in book 2.
Unless
I want this trend to continue.
Unless Trevor comes back to be bitten and bound to, and then dies, and then comes back as a bull named Oryx, he doesn't count.
There's no Trevor. It's fine. I don't remember everything, but I remember enough to think that if Trevor did somehow come back, I would remember, and I don't remember that. But the next
House
book,
of Night era, does she sleep with her teacher?
What?
Depends on how you view Daniel.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
He's kind of teaching her stuff.
Here's the thing, though. We have gone through a lot. We calculated last time how many times. I forget how many we landed on. How many times she's been alive, reincarnated, because she reincarnates like clockwork every 17 years. So, is it mathematically feasible that at some point Daniel has been her teacher? Yes. Has she ever slept with him? No.
Because every time they kiss, she dies. But we decided around at least 300-ish times.
Yeah,
and that's what we decided.
Mathematically, has he been a teacher? Maybe at some point, probably. And also, like, I mean, we don't know what she's been up to.
I mean,
so who's to say?
Okay, I don't know how long people have been around within the lore of this.
But
how old is the world according to, like, New World people?
Young Earth creationists.
Young Earth creationists, yeah.
Depending on the flavor of Young Earth creationist, 6,000 to 10,000 years.
Okay, we'll go 6,000.
It's at least I did 5,000 and it was 297. So
yep. 6,000 divided by 17 is 300. I'm gonna round up, okay?
Yeah, it's definitely
353 times at least.
So statistically, yeah, probably. And she kissed her teacher and then died. PSA: don't kiss your teachers.
You will die.
It's like Mean Girls, get sex and you die. Or is it Mean Girls or is it some other movie?
It's Mean Girls, yeah. Don't have sex, you'll get pregnant and you'll die.
Yeah, uh-huh.
It's like that.
Yeah.
I made a mistake. I got these and I just had one and now my teeth are stuck together, so give me a minute.
That's fine. I guess we start with characters. It's been so long.
Yeah, let's just start with characters. So we have
no, we have to do our ratings.
Oh.
The stuck to my tooth.
There you go.
That's what I'm rating it. Because it's what I'm experiencing right now and it's a similar level of frustration.
I'm gonna rate it as like it's like a microwave meal that like cools down too fast. So like by the time,
but then you get a hot spot in the middle.
Yeah, and so like you have to keep like heating it up or whatever because it's just like ice cold and like so you can't. It's just awful. And then, like, you burn off the roof of your mouth, and you're like, ugh, and it's just
well, that's
the
what
worst.
You like to do anyways.
Well, yeah, but...
Yeah, I'm calling you out.
Right. But my point is that, like, you know, you can't get, like, a good, even scalding hot temperature throughout.
Yeah.
This is such a freaking bipolar book, so I feel like that's accurate.
Yeah. So, well, we were talking about how like
you didn't rate it.
I know. Hang on.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
How like we were talking about how like, oh yeah, we read this or y'all read this when y'all were younger and stuff, and it was like fine, and now we do. You know, do you remember kid cuisines?
Yes.
I feel like those would taste god awful now.
They do, by the way.
But back then, they were like a godsend. So, a kid cuisine.
I've had one recently. They're not good.
That's so sad.
That makes me really sad.
But that's my rating. I don't stand. And I am whelmed.
Agreed.
Yeah, on both.
I'm whelmed.
Yeah,
you know what? I wish that Cam was in this book because I wish that it had been a love square. Like, if we're gonna do it,
dude, let's go.
Like, that's the thing that at least because even House of Night was sometimes like not even committed enough to just. There was like a love pentagram going on.
Yeah.
But not all at once. And
what was the most amount? I think the most amount of love interest was the book after and it only happens for like 2 chapters and then Eric breaks up with her.
Yeah, it's Eric, Heath, and Stark.
Yeah.
Eric, Heath, Stark, and Kelowna.
Oh, Kelowna.
But Kelowna's just kind of in the background, you know.
Yeah, but she's having sexy dreams with him.
Yeah.
That's true.
But, like, nobody else knows about it, you know?
Yeah, but she knows.
Yeah, but no one knew about Lauren until, like, Eric walked in on the bang session.
Oh, God.
Right, but, like, Kelowna's more of, like, an ethereal being that, like, nobody can do anything about. You know, at least Lauren you can, like, punch in the face.
Yeah, except Eric doesn't. He just storms off and he's like, how could you do this? And her excuse was, I didn't know he was using me. I wouldn't have fucked him. I wouldn't have fucked him if he didn't trick me, okay? I thought he loved me.
If we're going to keep reading these, like, 2010s YA books with 5 love interests, I want all 5 of the boys in the room at once yelling at each other.
I want a full testosterone fest.
Like,
speaking of, like I'm going to see when the next Jenny, that That one series that started really fucking good and now is a threesome. I'm gonna see when that next one comes out.
That comes out at sometime this year, I think July maybe. But also there's the spin-off series that we haven't read any of.
Do we have to?
Oh, I'm gonna read it no matter what.
Fire and Flesh, I think.
Show.
Can we talk about real quick how all of the freaking covers look the exact same and you can't
that series? Yes, 100%.
Wait, what was that?
All the covers of the main series and the spin-off series look the same.
Yes, they do.
I don't know who made that decision.
Well,
but they should have not made that decision.
Because there's also another series that has like the same, like by a different author that has the same covers. And I need to find it.
Ew, the next one's in Castile's point of view.
Why would you do that? We don't need a book in Castile's point of view.
It's not like Midnight Sun. It's like the next. Because I think that, I don't remember what happened at the end of the last one, but she like ran away or something. I don't know.
Well,
yeah,
we don't need July Castile's point of view. Oh my gosh. I liked him better when he was named Hawk. Like, that was more fun.
The first book was so fucking good. The first book was so good. I'm still so deeply upset.
I miss Hawk. I feel like Hawk was a different character.
Hawk was a different character.
It's always, and that's always the issue with a lot of these books. It's like, we also have the second and maybe third at this point, Sisters of Salem's books.
We have so many PC Cast books.
Where is this other series that has like the same color covers as? Because I have it in my ebooks. I just need to find it. I don't know where it is, but I had them because I can remember looking. I'm like, oh no, those aren't the same series. That's a different one.
There is some thing, I don't remember. There's a series that looks like exactly. Is it the other series by Jenny though? That's in the same universe?
I think I might know what it is. So we know Holly Black, right? Cruel Prince.
Mm-hmm. Oh God.
Her Cruel Prince. Oh, also there's another book in the Cruel Prince series or whatever the fuck that series was called. I can't remember now.
Fog in the Air.
Yeah, that we have to read. It was How the King of Elfame Learned to Hate Stories.
No, she didn't put out a new book in that. No, she didn't.
I think it's what's his face. It's
How the King of Elfame Learned to Hate Stories. It is a novella published in 2020.
We don't have to read that. I'm done.
But she's got another series, right? I don't know what a modern fairy tale. And Ironside, for example, looks the freaking same as A Crown of Gilded Bones. That might be what I saw, but I can't.
There's a review on that book of the Howl King of Elfame, whatever, and it says, "Oh, haven't you heard? Holly Black released a sneak peek at Carden's inner thoughts: repressed trauma, incandescent rage, Jude, self-loathing, more incandescent rage, Jude, revenge, more repressed trauma, must get drunk, Jude, so no head, Jude. How is anyone supposed to do any work around here with this fucking tail, Jude? Oh, that's right. I don't have to do any work. Pass me that bottle of wine, Jude.
We have to now, okay? With the review, also I like that reviewer. Okay, that reviewer, I feel like
that review is funny. That review is funny, but this is before he met Jude, so there will be no Jude.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like before he met Jude.
That scribbly note is all I need.
But he grew up knowing Jude. Remember? They knew each other. They went to school together.
I repressed this.
They went to school together forever.
That's right.
They went to kindergarten.
That's when he wrote the Jude thing. That was written pre-series. She just found it during series.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
maybe we get to watch him write it. Do you think that's like half? Do you think that's half the word count?
All right, hang on.
You know what? I am opening up because I've got it right.
You have it? Yes. Go.
I'm opening it up and I am finding the Jude. Okay, I'm gonna do it.
See if it's in there.
I really love that we
wow, we
were like, let's talk about characters, and then we were like, Jude.
Talk about the million other series.
It's fine, we got time. Okay, this started an hour earlier than I was planning for me, or I guess half an hour earlier, so we got an extra half an hour of time now. It's fine.
Okay, get married and I can cut my hair.
Oh, there's pictures.
It's so nice. Yeah, it's a picture book, is what it says. Or not picture book, but every chapter is paired with lavish and luminous full-color art, making this the perfect collector's item. No hate if you like this series, but...
They're quite like, the pictures are quite simple, right? But they're
hold on to that ring?
What just happened?
I can go get that back if you want.
I was joking about cutting my hair really short.
I'm searching for Jude. Jude. Okay, first mention that came up. Jude, Carden thought. Hating even the shape of her name. Jude.
Okay, maybe we do have to read it.
Can you just, I just need you to, in the search. In the search, can you please, how
many times does it say Jude?
I'm not
how many times?
There's 43 mentions of Jude.
Compared to the word the.
Okay, the 1,713. Oh no, that includes, sorry, because this search thing includes, for example, if there is like a word that ends with T and the next word starts with HE, it's including those as well. So I don't know how many does there are. Let me see if putting
spaces
quotes
around
stuff fixes. That doesn't fix it. No, I don't. I can't.
Shape of her name.
Yes,
yeah, I know.
The shape of her name. The shape of her name. Jude. I don't know if we actually get to see him writing her name, but it does seem like it's like the Jude, the novella. Like the whole thing is the inspiration of that entire.
That's amazing.
Okay.
I'm just saying if I can. There's pictures of him with a tail. We get to actually visualize it now.
No, I don't want to see the tail.
Look at the pictures. It's fine.
I'm just going to listen to the audiobook because guess what, guys? You've done it. You've converted me. I'm an audiobook gal now.
Is it because of work?
Oh, it's just so that way I can enjoy my time while torturing myself.
Okay, he liked Raya the best of his sister. She was seldom at court, preferring the wild places on the Isles, but she never paid him any special attention. Humans are disgusting, he said primly. Raya looked amused. Are they? There was absolutely no reason to think of Jude in that moment. She was utterly insignificant. This whole thing is literally just Jude, the novella. Everything is making him think of Jude.
Amazing.
And her name is Jude. I just remembered how much I hated that because it's a boy's name, and it's very clearly a boy's name, and it's not Judy. She's not like a nickname for Judy. It's just Jude.
Her name's just Jude. Yeah.
So Lucinda is the main character.
Lucinda Price.
So Lucinda Price. We call her Luce, as in Lucifer. I think.
I mean, it's
Luce as in Lucinda, I promise.
Yeah, but like
I'm pretty sure it's Luce as in Lucifer. So Luce is our main character, and that's about it. So she reincarnates every 17 years.
So she's reincarnated at least 353 times.
These books were out when I was in we were in 9th grade. So
okay, so 352 times.
So they're 10 years old at this point. So if that tells you anything about the culture in which they were being published. So she's not like other girls.
She has an angel that has been eternally in love with her, etc., etc.
And
which
you know what,
so
though?
Creepy.
Very uniquely, the main endgame love interest is blonde.
I know. Every time
Right?
she mentions that, I'm like,
too much.
that's wrong.
It never happens.
kind of jarring,
It never
isn't it?
happens.
No,
It
because
never-
think Tamlin. Tamlin was a fake out.
And you know how you know though? Because the moment Goth Daddy appears, you're like, there's no way.
You're like, that's him. That's my man.
You're
There's
like,
also
I'm sorry. We have blonde soft boy and like goth.
It's
Like, you're
actually
like,
kind of surprising when you think about it, right? Like, because it doesn't, like, it should happen more.
so Throne of Glass, the main love interest who you don't meet for a while, is also blonde. He has silver hair, like White's hair, but
It's me.
yeah, literally your hair color. But the main character also has that hair color.
Yeah, but
Are they
it really should happen.
oh God, why are they related?
They're not, but they like so distant cousins separated by 400 years.
Now
So
it's weird.
No, it's
I
not.
will say,
promise you it's not.
I will say, they're
I promise
probably
you it's not
less
weird.
related than each of us are to our SO.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's true, but are they the only two people on Earth with hair color signifying that they're that related?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, Rowan is a distant relation. Distant.
If it's
Listen.
separated by 400 years, that does actually sound quite.
Because I think he's 300
that's
years
good.
old. He's 300 years old and she's like 19. So
Ew.
What color is Aiden's hair?
Aiden and what?
Covenant.
Oh, Aiden has dark hair, I think.
yeah, probably.
Yeah,
I
I think
picture
he
him with
might have
dark hair.
black, but now I'm not sure.
I think he has black hair. I was like, Aiden in Blackwoods has.
Has like brown hair.
I was like, he's got like medium brown hair.
Yeah. He's
Dex
got
has
like
dark hair.
appearance. He has
Do we
wavy
have-
Do
dark
we have
brown.
any blonde men? I don't.
we have Ferris, but Ferris
yeah.
isn't like a love interest.
Well, he's someone's love interest.
Yeah, he
It's
is.
just not on screen. He has lots
No.
of grandchildren.
He has a wife.
Oh god.
He was fruitful.
He was very fruitful.
Hey,
Be fruitful and multiply. He took it seriously.
hey.
What?
I googled Aiden Covenant just to confirm
God.
his hair color because I was pretty sure it was dark.
He
but
has
I-
black hair.
Yeah, it's dark brown / black,
Okay,
whatever
okay.
it is. That is. But then, because I'm on the wiki, like the Covenant wiki
Mhm.
fandom page, and it's got a list of quotes.
Oh
And of
no.
course, there's
No.
Agape Moo.
Ah!
There's also is it Zoe Moo or Zoe Moo, whatever the fuck
Zoe
it is.
Moo,
It means my
probably.
life.
Stop.
But then my heart stopped when that damn door closed on me. I could hear you two fighting. I could hear him taunting you, and I could hear him breaking your bones. And there wasn't a damn thing I could do about it.
There's
do you
also
remember
there's
that
also
day?
we
I
need to
remember
get him
it
a bell on
as
the
he-
quotes.
As you're reading it, all I hear it is in a Justine Ayers voice, like because no, it wasn't that. It was. Can you send me the page you're on? Just link me the page real quick because
Yeah,
that's
give me a sec.
that's not how she read it. That's not what she said.
absolutely not. There's the page.
That's not
The
what she
fan
said.
art.
Okay.
The
While
fan art.
you locate that, I'm going to quickly just go and grab a drink. But I've got
Yeah,
my
fine.
headphones in so I can hear.
Because it was like it was awful. It was so much worse than that.
Alex.
Yeah, it was like my heart stopped when that damn door closed on me. It was like that. She read it like that.
Like she's just grunting all the time. It's
Yeah.
so
She read it like she swallowed glass.
significant others. I'm on Alex's page now. This is derailed so hard. I'm on her page, and under significant others, it's Aiden, boyfriend / soulmate.
Ew.
Disgusting.
Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of Justine, though, she tricked us with Fallen. She read Fallen like a person, And Torment, she went back to being Justine.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Because she read Fallen like a person. Because I can remember you and me were like, can't believe this is Justine. We knew you could do it. Like,
I straight forgot that Fallen had been doing Justine Eyre. And then I like I booted up and it's like
Justine
by Justine Eyre. And I went
yeah.
Let's search for her. It's we know did she get throat cancer or something? Did something happen?
I don't know.
Because she read Fallen like a normal person.
Just straight, I had war flashbacks. Like immediately I was like, no, please stop.
Oh, and we still have to do with Addie, Covenant, and Lux.
I have done Covenant. I already suffered through Covenant.
Yeah, we did that. We already did that to her.
Oh, did we? Oh, we did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just Lux then. We need to get you through Lux. Oh, and then there's this. We also haven't done the Titan series.
I have to be honest. At this point, I would rather do Sarah J. Maas with you than retread Covenant.
Yeah, let's get you into the Sarah J. Maas universe because all her books are connected.
I've got the books. I just haven't read them.
We need to do ACOTAR because I actually think that would be really, really fun.
What is that?
Court of Thorns and Roses.
I think we should start there.
Yeah, because I'm trying because I'm doing Throne of Glass personally, and it's so far I haven't seen any connections. But Throne of Glass was our first series, so any connections she would be making would start with ACOTAR and then go, and then in Crescent City, it's like very there. It's very there.
I know they're all technically in this. I know they're all technically in the same universe.
They are in the same universe, but on different planets. That's what my guess is. And Crescent City kind of confirms that they're on different realms, I guess is the better word for it.
Okay. Bless you.
Because I sent you the last line of the second book of Crescent City. And I flipped my fucking shit. Because they were all there. All of them were there. It was not just him. It was all of that gang.
Okay, so I've got all of her books that she's put out.
I know. I don't know. I don't know if you'll like them. I know you'll have things to say.
Oh, God. I will be so protective of my babies. I'm just going to go ahead and say that.
I will say some of the covers are pretty.
The Crescent City covers are better than any of the other ones, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's why I said some.
Yeah, because the other ones are boring.
I like the original. I like the original ACOTAR covers.
They're very simple. They're very simple.
Are those the ones that have like just a plain color with the swirl picture?
The ones with the people I like better.
Okay,
there's ACOTAR covers with
the other ones
with people.
With people, yeah, I like those better. They changed the covers and now they're
yes, the ones with.
I think the ones with the people signal a lot better what they actually are. The other ones are just like really. Yeah. It doesn't tell you anything about the book.
Yeah, Yeah, you're right. I like those dust jackets so much better.
Oh, those are pretty.
I like the Court of Thorns and Roses one though because it shows. Good old Lucian and Tamlin and Farah.
I like those covers. They're pretty.
Yeah, I miss the old covers.
Yeah, I didn't know those are the OG.
Which one? Are you looking at the red ones or?
The original one, at least the ones that I own, are the solid color ones with like the animal thingy.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Have we discussed anyone except Luce?
Nope.
No.
Daniel. Daniel is the fairy.
That's right. We started.
The Daniel as the fairy. Wow, I really have ACOTAR on the mind.
He's the angel.
He is the angel that is the love interest that is the reason why everything exists the way that it does, because oh, those were yes, I like those a lot.
I like those better.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Yeah. I thought you meant the ones that had all the characters on them, because there's some new dust jackets coming out that has Tamlin, Lucian, and Farah on the front of it. Okay. On the first one. And it's very pretty.
Yeah, no, that's pretty. Sorry. I just don't think like the new ones actually tell you anything.
They don't tell you shit. They make it look like
are those the plain ones with just like the pictures that are made from swirls?
Yeah.
Because I think what they're trying to do is trying to make it not look like romance heavy, which I think is dumb because
it being romance.
Right.
There's like one scene in the first one, and then the second one gets more. They get progressively more and more romance heavy.
Right, but them being romance heavy is why people are reading these freaking tomes.
They are fucking long.
Yes, and so if that's why people are reading your tomes, I don't know why you're trying to hide it, but okay.
Well, it's because I think as far as where I'm at is Throne of Glass, there's romance in it, of course, but there's no like smut.
Well, I mean,
and that's like the difference.
But it was shelved in YA, so like.
Yes, it was shelved in YA. Now it's put in adult because I think the later books there was like the beginnings of smut. But
yeah, I know that Sarah. Sorry, we'll get to Luce in a second.
Yeah,
but Sarah J. Maas, like, and her, and like all. I think it started with Throne of Glass, but like continue with ACOTAR. There was like much ado about whether or not shelving her in YA was appropriate.
Throne of Glass, where I'm at, I'm in book 4. It's appropriate. It's fine for that to be in YA. There's like little to no cursing at all. Like it's fine. Some things are a little bit mature, but like House of Night was in YA, you know.
Oh, there's one thing I have to quick while I'm thinking of it, because mentioning soulmates before made me think of it, and then I forgot, and then I just remembered again. So I'm sending it to you guys right now. Otherwise, I will forget and I'll be devastated because I say this to send to you guys. And I feel like talking about fantasy books is the perfect time to bring this up. It's really quick.
Oh my god, yes. I love this TikTok. My 18th naming day.
It gets worse as it
my 18th womb evacuation day.
Here.
Addie, that's what we should have called them. That's what we should have called them in Blackwood's womb evacuation days.
1,000 years together, and I don't know what to get him for his Earth Unity Day.
Yeah. It's stupid.
Did you guys check out the profile I said used yesterday? Or to me it was yesterday, to you it might have been this morning, I don't know. Spicy editor chick.
Oh no.
She edits spicy books.
That must be a very interesting job.
Yes, I have. She pops up on my For You page all the time.
Yeah, just based on some of the conversations that she at least has said she has had, which I believe she probably has. Like, the first one of hers that I saw was she had to try to explain that if both hands wrapped around it and the fingertips couldn't touch, there is no physical way to perform fellatio.
Yes.
If her legs wrap around him twice, she has no bones. Like,
like there's times where like I think I was rereading Court of Silver Flames, and like Nesta was like, I couldn't fit my hand around. I was like,
just
no, there are times where and that's honestly, that's the thing I've encountered a couple times where it's like I couldn't fit my hand around it. It's like
Okay, maybe like sure, if your pinky and your thumb can't touch, that's a different.
That's
like that.
aggressive.
Yes, it is aggressive. That's one way to put it.
No,
I don't want that meaning.
no. I don't know.
And
anyways,
one of the other things she had mentioned as well is like if it has like a toy surprise, like pincers or something, and I don't find out until the moment, I feel like I'm going to have things to say, implying that the person who wrote the book she's referring to had a toy surprise like pincers or something, and that person didn't find out until sexy time, and just
that's something you should warn about. It's like Ice Queen at Barbarians. They warn you about the weird genitals.
Yeah, it's like the space like alien romance novels, for whatever reason, there's always some.
It's this. This is the bit, and then there's a little thing right here, and they tell you about it before. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always some weird something.
I'm not okay with that.
It was so weird. I read like 7 of those books because they were like so fast.
How did it just occurred to me why they would include that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Is it
exactly why you think?
It's exactly what you think.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that makes it worse.
They also have these parasites called cooies.
Right.
Honestly, when you say it out loud,
sting for each other. We should do that. We should terrorize her with just one of them. We'll do like a second one.
One's enough.
In advance, I decline.
It's not worse than the haunted vagina.
It's not. It's better. It's so much better. Anyways, Cam is a demon. Cam is a fallen angel on the side of the devil. We have a bunch of other characters that we'll talk about when we get to them. How about that?
Yeah, but
no. Okay, so Cam is, and then Daniel's the guy that she dies interest. If she kisses him. I guess they're like fated to be together like forever. Blah blah blah.
Also, actually, I'm not going to say it because I feel like that might spoil the thing that you guys don't know. Please don't look it up, okay? Because I want to. I want your.
You want authentic reactions? All right.
Spoil what?
I can't tell you
what.
I can't. All right. It doesn't matter. It's fine. It's fine. We'll talk about it later.
So we start with a prologue.
Talk about it
that we end up seeing. We literally see again. So it has a House of Nightism, where we see something and then we see it again.
Yes.
Where it's literally just Daniel and Cam right after they killed someone deciding that they're gonna be pals. Like they're gonna have an 18-day truce.
Because 18 is the most holy of numbers.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's the age that Luce can never live to be.
Yeah, right. So they decide to send Luce to a new school in California. So she is now in San Francisco. He's waiting for her at the airport. Real cute. Hi, Daniel. The cringe was there and it was strong because you don't love him. You've known him for like a month. Maybe.
Yeah, is there an explanation as to why he just doesn't say, hey, we have a truce? I have a truce with Cam at the moment.
I don't. He was so annoying this entire book.
There's really not. And I think this might be because this is one of those things where I think because the author knows that we know.
Yeah.
That they're like, so Luce doesn't need to know. And I'm like, but I'm in her head.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also she keeps getting irrationally mad at Cam for existing while he's like actively spent the last week and a half protecting her.
Yeah, I know. But essentially they're just fighting off the order, which is a group of people that are trying
to
be
outcasts, and then it turns out the outcasts.
Yeah.
The other thing is that like Luce at this point doesn't know any of these people.
She doesn't know anything really.
And doesn't have any I know that we're told I guess by Cam, that he's like, yeah, I'm on the side of Satan.
Yeah.
But like, so is everyone else who plays D&D. So I'm kind of like, and she's like comes into all this not religious, unbaptized, the heathen.
Yeah, and again, can't we just baptize her?
Yeah, like
well, that
is
too.
going to continuously always go back to just baptizing.
There was the pool at Sword and Cross, and now she's right next to the fucking beach, and then she goes on a yacht. Like, she was in the water. Literally, Francesca just needed to come down and just go.
Dawn could have done it while she was drowning. She could have just been like, I baptize thee in the name.
Before you say her, just baptize her real quick. But Luce like doesn't have a dog in any of these fights, and also
she's just a girl.
If she dies, she comes back anyway.
Well, not this time because she's
not
baptized.
Because no one just goes. Like, you don't even need to go to a body of water, right? All they need to do is go to the bathroom sink, fill it up, and then get a hand. Like the Catholics, we don't go for a swim. We go. Bloop, and
and also when you baptize babies, you don't dunk a baby underwater.
Yes. Yeah, you just sprinkle some water over their head.
Just treat her like the baby she is.
What?
Do you remember?
What?
Do you remember in
Probably.
Okay.
class when we were talking about baptisms, and he showed us that. No, he didn't show us the video. We started laughing really hard because of dunking Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets, and it was a sound over this video of a priest aggressively dunking a baby in like water, and this was like a thing for a month, and he kept getting mad at us because he'd already banned, don't take this out of context, blind man jokes. It's not as bad in context.
Yeah, we can't baptize her because the plot says so. They also don't even mention her not being baptized except for like once. They mentioned once that she's not baptized in this book. Anyways, so Daniel buys her old car that she had in a past life in like the 70s or 80s. And they go to school. She's not happy about it.
I'm wondering if it was like her car from like her last life or the life before. I don't know how old the car was.
Some recent life. So then they go flying.
Wait.
What?
She says later she doesn't have a car, and they have to take Shelley's ex-boyfriend. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forgot that he gave her a car, and then like 5 chapters later, she's like, I don't have a car. Yeah. So they steal one.
But here's the thing. But you know why they can't baptize her is because if they baptize her, then you could just, you can just kill her, and then she just comes back, and the plot just would happen anyway without her here.
Yeah, it'd probably be easier because then they wouldn't have to protect her.
And then they could just go
do whatever the fuck they have to do.
Like do their pissing contest elsewhere.
Her lack of baptism is the reason why she's still alive, though.
That's also
true. And I think maybe they know that.
Is that the why she's still alive?
It's the only thing that's different.
Yeah, it's the only thing that's different in this lifetime.
At some point, sometimes some people are just not meant.
Give it up, right? Like, just give up.
Maybe.
The definition of insanity has been met. It's been 350 something times.
Well, that's why this time around the parents didn't baptize her, because they're like, we know that you're an old soul that dies every 17 years and comes back because someone fucking baptized you. We're not doing it. Fuck you. And so she didn't get baptized, and so the parents are the least insane people in this
wait,
series.
Could she be baptized before the invention of Christianity?
Dedicated to a god. Christianity, the Abrahamic God existed like Judaism is not based in Christianity.
No, I know that, but like the practice, is baptism a solely Christian thing?
Are you asking if it predates Christianity?
I think it's Wait, I think they briefly touch on the different ways of baptism
I don't know either.
in the first book. I am finding when they talk about it in Fallen, okay?
Yeah. Go on that route, and I'll continue with the plot.
You continue with the plot.
So
that
the
sounded
chapters,
really patronizing. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. So the chapters, it's like chapter 2, 17 days. So like that's how many days of the truce are left. It's also right before Thanksgiving, by the way.
I love this like countdown as if
I liked the countdown.
No, but I like the countdown as if Daniel and Cam are gonna
fucking do anything. Yeah, like they're gonna fight or something.
They
don't.
I wish that they would fight to the death.
It would have been more spicy. And then we kill Daniel. Oh my god, that'd be a blessing.
Right? He is so you know what? After like Daniel and Tamlin, I see why we don't let blondes lead.
Be the leading male love interest. Yeah, we can't.
We can't do that.
Tamlin and Daniel are actually kind of similar.
Okay, it says
thinking about the control.
When she's having the conversation with Miss Sophia, my dear, the reason you come back again and again is because every other time you were born, you were ushered into religious belief. This time, when your parents opted out of baptizing you, they left your soul up for grabs. No ritual to welcome you into religion equals no reincarnation for loose.
So she just was dedicated to some religion forever. Okay, that's fair. I accept that. All right, so we meet her roommate.
Does that? Sorry, real quick. I'm sorry. So does that mean that like just like baptizing her for the sake of it wouldn't work? Like, does she actually have to believe it?
Well, she would have, and she inherently believes it now because her boyfriend's a fucking angel.
So does it matter that she's not baptized? Can we kill her now?
No, she needs to be dedicated to it. She needs to.
I don't know if my boyfriend sprouts wings. I'm a little.
I'd be pretty dedicated.
But yeah. I think though, when you are being dedicated to a religion, you are choosing God.
Yeah.
Or gods, whatever.
If somebody's baptized and they don't believe.
Yeah. These chapters are.
Because like Cam knows that God exists, but
yeah, they all do.
But he's not Team God.
So no, he's Team Satan. # Satan.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess you don't have to like God to believe in God, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if she chose not Satanism, because Satanism is actually atheism, but like trying to be edgy. But like if there was an actual
religion that worshipped
religion. I'm wondering if her officially joining that would count.
I got to tweet her. No, I'm not going to tweet her.
Does her being born Hindu, would that?
I mean, that sounds like that would count.
Yeah.
I feel like in the realm of this
she doesn't quite go full Evermore and make her like I don't know, say a slave on Page, like Evermore did.
Well, we haven't explored her past life yet. That's next book.
Yeah.
Oh God,
does she?
Well, she jumped into the announcement and jumped into the past at the end of this book. Yes, next book. I'm sorry.
Please tell me she doesn't.
Exploring her past lives.
No, I know.
Where we get Phil the gargoyle. I don't think she was ever a slave.
Okay, that's good.
But there is something that is
equally bad.
About 80% is bad.
Oh God.
Maybe from memory. I could be misremembering though.
I am very glad that we are past the era
next book, and I know she's lived up to my memory.
I know that Luce isn't blonde. Well, from the cover, she's not blonde, but I imagine that she's a blonde girl who dyes her hair black. That's what she feels like.
Well, she's blonde now.
Well, no, not yet, but she's also black haired by the end of the book too. Again.
That's right.
I'm glad that we're past the era of like blonde protagonists that were once slaves in their past lives.
So we meet her roommate named Shelby. Shelby's kind of standoffish at first, but that's okay.
Oh, I just need to quickly touch on the way that Justine Hare says Nephilim.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nephilim.
Yeah. Yeah.
It, you know what?
That was
It took me a minute. Like
To realize you're saying Nephilim.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because we all know what Nephilim are. They're they're the
Half
bastards
angels.
born of angels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I do have a question about Nephilim. It doesn't really say, I think we don't really know the parentage of most of them. I think we find out about Shelby's father. But I can't remember what side he's on.
Or
No, I don't think we meet him, but I think someone mentions him.
yeah.
Like who he is. I can't remember what side he's on, but does it sound like a Team Godfallen Angel is going around knocking up humans?
No.
I mean, no, but second question, actually, adjacent. If Daniel and Luce do the Devil's Tango, or the God's Tango in this case,
Yes.
but don't kiss.
Well, they don't. She doesn't always die when they kiss in past lives. Sometimes they haven't even kissed.
So even if he does stay away from her, she would just die anyways.
No, because I don't think they can stay away from each other because whatever. Maybe that's part of the curse. I don't know. But also, I think it's once they both are fully acknowledging, so it's probably more her part. Once she finally accepts and is like wholeheartedly, like 100%, I love you. I think that's when she.
I think the kissing thing would make more sense, honestly, like just from a narrative perspective. Like,
I know, but I distinctly remember there's at least one life where they don't even kiss and she dies.
Dumb.
That is dumb. Because I thought it was kissing. Because I don't know, the movie is what's more fresh in my mind than the first book. And in the movie, they're like, you can't kiss her because you'll know what happened. You know what'll happen if you kiss her. Yeah.
Well, I think kissing always definitely kills her, but sometimes she dies pre-kiss.
Before that. So Shelby gives her the lay of the land. We meet Francesca, one of the teachers. She is on the side. She's an angel on the side of God. There's a whole honors program that's specifically for the bastard angels.
Yeah, this just sounds really complicated, though. Why wouldn't you just have a Nephilim school instead of like a school with Nephilim? Because they have to spend half their time fucking hiding the existence of the Nephilim from the students.
Yeah, it would seem like
just make its own separate boarding school.
I feel like this is like probably Steven's doing, because he's just like, you know what? Let's just fuck. Let's just fuck with them. It'll be fun.
Steven's the other
he's a
teacher.
Demon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the angel and the demon teachers are a couple.
Yes, they are. They are dating. And later in the book, she's like, I know one day I'll have to kill him, and that's fine. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I do like though that one thing I will say about this series is I do like how good and evil isn't black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like Ari and Roland are like BFFs.
Yeah.
And he's evil and she's not.
Yeah.
And Molly and Shelby seem like buddies by the end of the book, and I don't know how that happens.
Listen, when Molly showed up at the end where we had that roll call in the Thanksgiving chapter, I was like face palming so hard. I was like, why? I was like, why are we all here?
I do
These
like though that her mother at least was
like,
kind of
what
like
the fuck?
She hung the lantern over it and she was like, Luce, you can't just invite literally half the state to our house for Thanksgiving with no notice.
And she's like, Mommy, I didn't know. And she's like, yeah, but still. Yeah.
Okay, for drama's sake. But real quick, I just want to say, you know Gargoyles by Jennifer, the Gargoyles thing by Jennifer L. Armentrout.
That's another one that Addie has to do, yeah.
Where it was very obvious which love interest everybody was going to pick. They were going to pick the bad boy, right?
Was this the one where she let the fans pick and they chose wrong?
Well, here's the thing. They did choose wrong.
I should read that.
But it was actually one of the only convincing love triangles because she went all in.
Because she didn't know.
Because she didn't know. And so it is like one of the only times, it's the only time I've ever been like, I don't know
what's the Gargoyle series called?
I know one of the books is Stone Cold Touch.
Yes. But in any other series,
Dark Elements.
There you go.
The main
covers.
character would have, right.
Oh,
the main character would have wound up with the evil side.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like the obvious choice. It's so much more fun.
It is so much more fun to be with
Isn't
the
it?
guy.
I would be having so much more fun if we were
with Cam
literally dancing with the devil. Like, what the hell?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, fuck Cam. Let's go straight to Satan. Let's just have Luce and Satan.
Well, I would want her to be like an adult.
I am going to give you guys one spoiler. Satan does make an appearance in the series.
Is he hot?
I can't remember, but probably.
It's a fair question.
Please, do not be looking this shit up, babe. Stop.
I'm not. I'm looking up. Now I'm curious. Satan romance.
Because there is a spoiler. There is a spoiler if you
book?
look him up. Actually, there's probably 2 spoilers, and I'm going to be furious with you.
Lucifer romance books. Oh, that was probably the better thing to Google. Thank you. I forgot his name.
There's a whole show about him.
No.
It's actually pretty
Well, yeah, but I don't want to watch a TV show.
Yeah.
I want something I can consume in a day.
Yeah, right.
That's a whole shelf on Goodreads. Keeping that in mind for later.
I will let you know though that Lucifer on Netflix. You can watch Netflix on 1.5 speed now.
I know.
Yes, you can. It's very nice. So
Stop
nice.
defending me.
Oh my god, that's right. Yeah, no, we did know this because in my old apartment we were watching Vampire Diaries and we kept slowing it down and speeding it up because like I was trying to finally finish it. And she was there, and it's like, okay, we're gonna get through this. So we did it on 1.5 speed until Damon or like anyone would say something dramatic. Then we took it down to 0.5 speed, and it was
so Damon and Elena
defending me.
They were like doing their big breakup fight where they break up for like 2 minutes because I don't know, Damon being
something happened.
And that we were delirious.
God, yeah, because we were like powering through the show.
Because we got up at like 7 and it was like 2 a.m. and we were like, we're gonna finish it.
Yeah, it's like you're going home tomorrow. We have to finish this tonight. It's like that time where I was trying to catch you up on Attack on Titan, and it was like 3 a.m. It was like 3 a.m. and like the clock had screwed up or something, and we were like, and I looked at my phone and I was like, it's not 3, it's only 2, and you were like, well, if we were gonna stay up to 3 anyways, we might as well. So we are bad influences. We are late influences. Anyways,
oh my god.
All right, so we meet Miles, who she is drawn to. She tells him her story.
The blue eyes.
Yeah, she's like also super famous. She has these 2 fangirls named Jasmine and Dawn. They're kind of just randos, but they're here.
Yeah, because everyone knows the tragic
love story of Daniel and Lucinda Price.
Okay, I am going to
Which begs the question: is her name Lucinda Price in every life?
I don't think.
I mean, it shouldn't be because that's not how naming conventions
or something in most of her life. Most of her lives it is Luce related. You're gonna get the shits right because one of them I'm pretty sure she's Lulu. But then she's gonna get to one life and it's the same one that I'm just like this one is just cringe, right? And I can't remember what the hell her name is, but I'm pretty sure it starts with a T. And I don't know what it is, but it probably
is it the
means
one
the
that's
same
like
thing as
80%? Is it like the 80% is bad?
What is it? What is she? What is it? What is it?
There's nothing to do with slavery or maidery or anything like that.
Okay.
Okay. It's not adjacent to that. Give me. No.
No, she wants our authentic reaction.
And when you're like, even if it's just like when you get to it, you will know. And I want the text message as to your opinion.
All right.
As to this life. But I'm going to say again, there's no slavery or anything adjacent to slavery within it.
That's good though. At least there's that.
When I say 80%, like 80% is bad, I'm more talking like 80% as cringe.
Watch there be something like that and you just like purged it.
Yeah, you're just like, I blocked it from my memory. So we have a lesson about the announcers, the shadow things in class, and they're like, don't go summon announcers. So Luce goes to the woods and summons announcers. And then Shelby's like, you should dye your hair. Like, I have some bleach under the sink. And so they dye her hair. I don't know why I gave Shelby a bitchy voice. I actually like her. So she's blonde now. We have 15 days till the end of the truce. She's so worried about Daniel's reaction to her blonde hair. She's like, what if he doesn't like it? Roland shows up. He is enrolling in this new school. Good for Roland. They chat. He's like, I'm going to throw a party tonight, invite some people. So she brings Miles and Shelby. And then Daniel shows up. And Daniel's like, Luce, this hair, it isn't you.
I
mean, I will say, I do like her response to this one though, where she's like, well, it's my hair. So
so it is me. Thanks. So they fight. This entire book is just them fighting. It's just book 2 bullshit of just them fighting.
We stand book 2 bullshit. And also though, like the primary, like secondary is not even here to cry on. What the hell?
So we have their tertiary one, Miles, which is
what would have been so much better though was the secondary and the tertiary. I'm still at the opinion of, if you're gonna do it,
fucking do it. Lean into it.
There are gonna be 3 love interests, all 3
same time. Let's go. So that they fight, and he's just being like hella controlling and mean, and he's like, you shouldn't leave, I can't see you, and then just keeps showing up. It's the whole thing. She receives a note the next day from Daniel, and it's very obviously not Daniel, and she knows that.
It's like
reverse hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why not?
I do indeed wish to meet with you. Please find this attached bus ticket. So
I shall meet you in the morn.
Yeah, something like real stupid. Yeah. And she's like, that's not him, but I think it is. So I'm gonna go anyway. So she does, and then she sees Cam, and he's like, why are you here? And he's trying to tell her that he's like fine, but also doesn't just say, no, Daniel and I are in a truce. We're actively trying to save your life right now, you dumb whore.
But then he actively has to save her life.
Yeah, so he kills some girl going after Luce.
And then he's like, okay, fine, I'm saving your life. And go back to school. And she's like, why? And he's like, because I fucking said so. No one just, she doesn't find out towards the end. Like, I can't necessarily blame her for just continuing to leave the school, especially because no one had the brains to go. I think it was.
No one has the brains to tell her why.
I think it was Ari, like, towards the end, where she was like, look, you were masked while you're at the school.
Yeah, the school's warded.
That's why you need to stay there.
It would be less annoying if 1, we didn't know. 2, there wasn't this truce countdown. So obviously, so the book knows that we know.
Yeah.
But also the book knows that she doesn't know.
And so it's just so annoying.
But also it's written from first person.
It's 3rd.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's 3rd. Sorry.
It's 3rd person limited, but
mostly limited. Yeah.
Yeah.
The prologues and epilogues are from Daniel's perspective, but
right. But like they know that she doesn't know, but it's just like,
and we see in her head that she doesn't know, and the entire time she's like, I wish Daniel would just tell me what the heck's going on. And it's just Daniel being like, haha, I'm not going to tell you what's going on. It's for your safety, Luce. And she's like,
despite her continuously doing the wrong thing because she doesn't know.
Yeah, it's so dumb. So the school is taking a field trip on a yacht. So we go on a yacht field trip. And someone, Dawn, one of the groupies, falls off the boat. Luce rescues her. Then,
interrupting because Dawn, after she bleached her hair, Dawn and Jasmine were like, "Oh, but now you guys can't be Twinkies because apparently twinsies is too cringe, so they're Twinkies."
Yeah, Dawn apparently looks a lot like Luce, which is important because poor Dawn keeps getting targeted. So poor Dawn. But she gets rescued, and Luce in her mind is talking about how she finds Daniel's wings sexy, and I find that confusing because how are wings sexy?
So you see, they're sensitive. So
I read ACOTAR. I know. I know what happens with their bat wings.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't necessarily have too much of an issue with that train of thought because we experienced, "Mummy, I'd like to fuck a bird, please."
That's fair.
I also didn't either. Like that didn't strike me as weird either, because like wings being
it shouldn't have, because I read Sarah J. Maas books, and the love interests in ACOTAR and Crescent City have wings. But
wait, Mayo. I fucked up. I typed in "sexy angel" to try and get an idea of like what.
And you got the Halloween costumes.
And just like half naked women. I'm like, that's not what I wanted. My bad.
You're like the opposite.
Now I'm seeing like.
I want half naked men. Thank you.
That is a really big penis.
Wow.
I hope
now we know what Mara Googles.
He is. I typed in "sexy angel male" and there's nothing but penis, right? Like, but they're like artistic charcoal drawings and shit. It's not porn.
Okay.
But he's flaccid, right? And it's huge. It's bigger. It's huge. And I'm really hoping that he is a shower and not a grower.
Is it one of these? The ones where you can't put your hand around it?
I will say.
So, Addie, you know how one of the first books we tried to write together was a fallen angel?
Sophie, yeah.
Sophie.
Yeah.
What
about it?
These are
Sophie.
They go like halfway down their thighs, flaccid.
But the thing is, with Sophie, the girls were the angels.
Yeah, I think
characters.
That was our mistake, clearly.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Unfortunately, none of that book is usable.
No, but it's funny.
It's funny.
It's in the archives. It's digitized.
Did we transcribe the whole thing?
We did.
I am going to say really quickly before you guys continue, at least from a front view, I haven't found one from a back view, but from a front view, I can at least understand how one can find a man that you're already attracted to having wings, how that could increase the level.
Well, I think that's obvious.
And also I guess that they have to have like really nice back muscles.
I don't want to. I haven't seen one from the back where it's nice looking. I'm not gonna lie, because you've got two feathery wings popping out the back. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, anyway, usually. Well, okay.
My question has been answered.
Where it usually comes
the
down.
wing joint.
Can we talk about that? Because usually, sometimes it's described as like this really grotesque joint thing. Sometimes it's like
kind of just like another arm kind of thing. But
yeah,
like on the back with.
And that's weird.
It's
and that's
best
weird.
To just not be described. Just don't describe how the wings come out of the back.
I've seen some of them where it's like it's a slit and it's like and I'm like,
don't describe it.
I'm okay with this.
He has wings.
It appears that every time we see the wings appear, they're wearing shirts. And so then all she knows at the end of it, when their wings go whoop back in, however that happens, there's just two little shirts.
And I don't care how it happens.
I am fine with that.
I don't care how the wings go away. I don't care how they appear. I don't care how they're attached. I don't
care.
They're
there, and that's okay.
Do not make me think about
that Lauren Kate, at least to this point,
yes,
has done very well.
What about clothes? Do the wings tear off the shirt? No. So Daniel has these little slits in his shirt that he cuts out of all of his t-shirts so his wings can go through it. But how do his wings fit through these little slits?
I am guessing that they kind of like they go and then they go and open.
Yeah, okay.
That's how I kind of like how you're like if your arms were really feathery.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't matter like up if your arms were really feathery and you were wearing a tank top. Like that maybe.
But what if your arms came out of your shoulders?
Also,
I don't know.
Well,
I mean, they come out of your shoulders, but like
I'm
you know, like
wondering-
what if
Yeah,
they're
like my
retractable?
arms do come out of my shoulders.
Retractable.
I don't
Like-
know.
wait, featherless. Now because I don't know how much of the wing is actual flesh versus just
It
long
not
feathers.
much.
Yeah, not much. It's just the
It's
like
mostly
the top
feather.
bit.
Yeah, so if it's anything like a bird wing,
It's mostly feather.
Yeah.
it's mostly feather, so the feathers
Because
can bend.
Yeah, that's fair.
Bird arms are just like arms.
Like this,
I know,
but
but
they have
that's
this.
it though as well though. Angel wings are like bird wings are like long, like like your arm. Angel wings are tall, like a leg.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's still mostly feather.
Yeah.
But we're talking about birds though. Angel wings different.
Listen,
They're not constructed. You know what? It doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't. This
You
is
know,
too much. Are
the
we
thing
doing too
is-
much? I think we might be.
the thing is, if we were talking about real biblically accurate angels, they're just a bunch of eyeballs, so it doesn't matter.
No, there's more
All
types.
fine.
There's more
Yeah, but,
types
like,
than that.
But
But,
my
like,
favorite
you
one
know,
is the circle. eye.
the eyeball sphere one.
Yeah, yeah. It's my favorite
Yeah,
biblically
it's-
accurate angel.
I don't like thinking about biblically accurate angels because it just seems like the monsters in Doom.
Yeah, they are.
And,
Yeah.
and
they are
I
the
feel
monsters
like
in-
Doom monsters is not an appropriate angel.
It's the Bible, man. There's a lot of violence in it.
Hey, you and I both know that every religion picks, like every sect of Christianity, and then individuals within each sect of Christianity, they pick and choose what parts of the Bible to agree with and not. I wear mixed linens, mixed fabrics. Like most, I can guarantee most priests have like mixed fabric, like clothing.
Yeah.
Bible says no.
Well, I for one only wear 100% cotton. So
Well, aren't you fucking special? Okay. Girl talk.
Show us the tag then. I guarantee that's a poly cotton blend.
it is. It absolutely is.
Okay, so we have girl talk with Shelby. They talk about past lives. Then we have fun with announcers, and we see like past life Luce's parents that are like really old. So Shelby's like, "Let's go fucking find them." And so they drive to this poor old people's house, and then Luce is like, "Maybe this is a bad idea," so they leave. Which, thank God, something smart happens. I'm not
Honestly,
going to ruin
though,
these 75-year-old people's
no.
lives.
Can we though? I was kind of mad.
I mean, she ruined her past sister's life, so that's fine.
I know. But I was. She has so many good ideas, like, that would have been just. Like, I was like, go for it.
And she doesn't.
But in fairness to her, those kinds of scenes are really hard to write.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
So
and Luce's reasons for not going up to her former parents are fair. She's like, they're like 70, 80
I could give
years
them a heart
old.
attack and they could die.
I mean, all
Give
that's
me
fair, but like, she has generalized dumb bitchitis, so I wasn't expecting her to
yeah.
like.
Yeah. I was surprised that she made the smart decision to not give these old people a heart attack and kill them. So then we have 11 days until the end of the truce. We are in class and she sees an announcer. So in the shade during class, she goes out to it and then Cam's just standing there bloody. And he's like, "Hello, I just killed someone for you. Goodbye," and then leaves. And then the announcer's there. They get discovered by their teacher because and by Steven, the teacher. And he helps her view something from that same set of parents. And then Daniel shows up. They fly away. She falls from his arms and he catches her. And now he's yelling at her for leaving campus all the time. And she's like, I went on a school sanctioned yacht trip. Thank you. And he's like,
With
I
an
don't
angel.
care. Yeah. With 2 angels. And he's just being so rude. He's just being so rude to her.
Yeah, because again, she doesn't. Because here's the thing,
She
too.
doesn't know what's happening.
Well, and also, it was school sanctioned. So, like, you would think that somebody would put, like, a ward on the yacht or some shit.
Yeah, but also,
like,
if it was inherently unsafe, Frankie and Steven would have gone, you know what? No.
Luce, you cannot go on this field trip.
Sorry.
But also,
know
what
it
kind of
sucks for
field
you.
trips are on yachts?
Rich private boarding school field trips. Okay? That's
God.
what.
Also, if she's in that much danger, like, then okay, everybody's on house arrest. Fuck it. We're all at, like, a safe house or whatever.
No one
And
in,
also,
no one out.
Also, yeah, if we're in that much danger, why are we at a school with humans?
There's so many plot holes.
The school would be on lockdown. No one in, no one out. Too bad, so sad. It's only for a couple weeks. It's not like you're destroying their lives for
Literally,
ages.
Camp
Yeah.
kill someone doesn't elaborate. Well, he's like, I did it to protect you, Liz.
Yeah, I mean,
and then just
This is probably
this
is probably like the hot boy energy that like 15-year-old me was like, why aren't we dating him over?
Yeah, no, definitely. We never
mean-
see Daniel kill anyone. We see
That's
Cam
you
kill
know
people.
what? That's what it is.
That's why we like Cam. Because we actually see violence.
I will also say as well, in Cam's defense in relation to that thing, like he does say she had an arrow pointed at your chest, Luce. Like, do you think she was doing that for fun? Did you want that to enter your chest? No? Then I killed her. Cool. And she's like, but how could you do that?
God, I hate her.
So I can't blame Cam for leaving because she's fucking stupid.
Yeah, she is.
Like I said, I diagnosed her with generalized dumb bitchitis.
Yeah. Okay. So her and Miles are chatting. He invites her to Thanksgiving because she's like, I probably won't be able to go home for Thanksgiving because of all the shit that's going on. And she's like, oh, and he's like, well, come to mine. It's black tie. 100 people show up. It's gonna be really fun. And she's like, oh my God, Miles, that's so sweet of you. And then we find out the bombshell that Daniel and Shelby fucked.
Okay, real quick. I have 2 things. Thing number 1, we'll get to that. But thing number 1, thing numero uno, she has parents that I think like her.
Yeah.
And she's supposed to be in Connecticut. She's supposed to be in Connecticut. And she's in California. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But
She's
like
in Georgia.
Yeah, Sword and Cross is in Georgia.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But she's like, no, it's still the same thing, though. It's the same energy.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Anyway, thing number 2, the fact that that's the only person that Daniel has boinked
That we know
ridiculous.
Hey, do we want a spoiler?
Yes.
Because this one, they never.
They never fucked.
Shelby tried to hit on Daniel. He was still too in love with Luce, and she was upset after seeing Daniel, and she purposely implied that they hooked up, even though they didn't.
The fact that Daniel has never boinked anyone is ridiculous.
But he's an angel, so he's like pure and shit.
But he would be impure for Luce. Like, what are you talking about? He would boink her.
His blue balls must be so bad.
The hairiest of all the palms.
This is the thing, though. Like, yeah, you say that, but like, he's not thinking pure thoughts. Like, and probably the things he does when he's like underground in a bunker alone, not pure at all.
No. Ugh.
I don't know. But yeah, no. Him and Shelby never. And you'll notice that she never actually said that they hooked up. She just said it was one stupid night.
Yeah, Luce just assumed. Yeah.
I bought it. I was like,
yeah, I bought
it. Moving on.
Yeah.
And that's why when he was like, and that's why like when she mentioned something about Shelby to him later, he was like,
Who's Shelby? Yeah.
The fuck
Well,
is a Shelby?
when she said it, my thought was, well, yeah, what was he supposed to do? Necrophilia? Like,
Well, she's ashes. She burns up into ashes.
yeah, that's well, so he can't. So that's not even an option.
Yes, necrophilia is not even an option. But I will say though, if he is a virgin, is it easier to not? Because he's never.
Yeah, it's
I
weird.
feel like it's easier to not because he's never.
Yeah.
It's weird, but okay,
It's weird.
but also
he's a 6,000-year-old.
He almost said premarital hand holding. Lol. He has premarital kissing and premarital waist touching.
I know. Well, but okay, but that's what's weird though, because like now,
and now it's on premarital flying.
but now, okay. So they get to the point where they can, and now he's like, don't worry, it's my first time too. And then she has to be like, hold on a second.
Do they have sex in the series?
I don't think so.
Can you imagine though? Can you imagine getting to that point with somebody who is 6,000 years old
and he's a 2-pump chump? He literally just enters and it's over. Oh god.
It's like American Pie. Have you seen it? Please tell me you've seen American Pie.
Not since I was a kid.
Not since I was a kid either.
The scene where Jason Biggs' character goes to like have sex with like the hot foreign exchange student and like he comes before he like.
That's gonna be
I
Daniel.
think his underwear is still on. I think at that point. And then he does it again like 10 seconds later and it's getting live streamed to everyone and everyone's like,
That's gonna be Daniel.
It's
gonna be Daniel. This poor man. This poor Luce. Okay, anyways.
Look,
never known sex in her 6,000 years, and that's gonna be her first experience.
I can't say anything else right now.
I'm not saying that like I'm not saying that like
but it's a bad thing. But like
what, to be 6,000 years old and like have never moved on from a child? Yeah, I'm saying that's a bad thing. But yes, I'm not saying that like, like a guy should be experienced if like a girl is virginal or something, like whatever. What I'm saying is that one, this age gap is getting ridiculous. Two,
there's
I don't know.
Weird age gaps
at this point, she's 17, you're 6,000. Leave her alone. Go away.
I will say as well, though, reading the series, knowing the thing that I know, it was always planned and it has been foreshadowed since the first book.
What the thing you know?
Who gets amnesia? Who gets amnesia?
Everyone gets amnesia. It's fine.
No,
I'm lying about that. I can't. I want to so bad. I wish at least one of you knew so I could at least. No, don't.
What book is this in?
The last one. It's the end of the last book.
Are you serious?
We're gonna have to get through this
2
series
months from now.
Well, look, Fallen in Love. Fallen in Love is a novella. We can do that as like a half-week one if you want to. But we've got Passion, we've got Fallen in Love, and Rapture.
Does the thing?
That's it.
Does
The Unforgiven is a camp story. It's fine.
Does what you're like? Does that justify the crazy age gap that's ever widening?
Yes and no.
I'm intrigued.
Look, if you want to get to it quicker, we can do shorter gaps between these if you want to.
I don't have.
Because I want you guys to know. Because I want you to text me when you find out. Because it's fucking stupid. It's so stupid. It is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever read in my life.
Okay.
Please don't tell me you're looking it up right now.
I'm not looking it up. I'm not.
Okay.
I looked down.
You were typing and you were reading. Okay.
I have my notes open.
Excellent.
So Daniel and her chat, and she goes off on Daniel like, fuck you. You aren't telling me anything. You're not a good boyfriend. I don't even know you. And she's like,
which is true, by the way.
Yeah.
They have it. They don't talk ever.
And
Daniel did just assume that they were in a relationship, and I don't feel like that was actually established.
No,
I think
they
it was
kissed like 3 times.
No, they kissed. Because here's what happens. They kiss. They establish that like they have this past life, like, you know, zippity doo dah merry-go-round thing, but they don't establish that like in this life that they're like dating.
I do have a question though. If you have been dying due to your love for this person every 17 years for the last at minimum six millennia, and he spends his entire time waiting for you to be kissable age every time,
I'd be creeped out.
does the conversation about are we together or not together, does that actually need to happen, or is it just assumed?
Yeah, it does.
Because it gets
like,
creepier every time.
Because, like, first of all, I don't know you. Like, I don't know you. You know.
And
like,
you know 300 different versions.
She's known him from the moment she saw him, remember? She's like, I know you from somewhere, and he just looks at her blankly and walks away. Or maybe that was just the movie. I can't remember. But
right, but like, okay, but like, let's say that's opposite of the book. Like, so you're gonna have to make up for that. Like, so not only that, but I've been gaslit. So we have to talk about that now. We have to go to therapy. Like, there's a lot to like figure out.
Let's unpack here. And then she's
he's acting like they have a mortgage together. Like, no.
And then immediately she's like, she mentions breaking up with him, and he's like, is that what you're doing? Are you breaking up with me? And she immediately backs down and is like, no, Daniel, I just wish I knew you better. And I hate her again. And then we have a whole fucking chapter about fencing.
I wish.
Just fencing. And she has a crush on Miles now.
I wish that she had broken up with him.
I would have loved it. I think I have a note in here somewhere that's like, I want to read a book where she is like, no, I don't want this. This is weird. Like, deny the mortal love interest and get a different one.
I just kind of wish at that moment that she had been like, you know what? Cam kills people. I'm gonna go
with that real quick.
And like, we've spoken more than once, so anyway,
her and
like,
Cam know each other better than her and Daniel.
Yeah. She was like, Cam took me on a picnic, so I'm gonna go do that. Like,
so she calls her friend from home named Callie, and Callie's like, I'm gonna book a flight to see you for Thanksgiving. Bye, and then hangs up. And then she tries to jump inside of an announcer because she sees a past life of her about to die. So she's like, I can save her. And it's like, you dumb shit. No, you can't. And then when she comes out, we find out Dawn is missing. And then they immediately find Dawn. Immediately. More fun with announcers. And then they decide that they're going to go, hi, Otto. That they're going to go to Vegas. What is it, little man? They immediately are like, because
Vegas, as you know, is warded.
Well, they find like her sister named Vera or something there from a past life, Vera, yeah, and they're like, all right, let's go talk to her. And Luce is like, I guess that sounds fine. So they go to fucking Vegas.
Yep. So Vera she's described as middle-aged. So she's like, what, in her 50s or something?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing though. If I were Luce, I would also want to talk to like me from.
Yeah.
Well, that's what she does. You cringed when I told you her next quest, which is she visits her past lives.
So gross.
To witness them. She literally goes off on a quest to find herself.
No. I mean, like my living relative. Because not like the 1800s.
It's hard though because she looks like herself though.
Yeah. So she goes and traumatizes her sister.
Except she doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, great. So, but she goes and traumatizes Vera. It's a whole thing. they don't actually really talk at all because Ariane, whatever, Ari shows up and is like, "Hi, we're getting out of here." So they escape. I love her. I do love her.
And that sister is traumatized for the rest of her life because she recognizes her.
Yeah. So Ari gets him back home. Daniel's there, and then nothing. I think that they have like another angry conversation. And then we have 5 days left now. The teachers have found out that they left, so Luce is grounded. The other two are on community service duty by helping with Harvest Fest.
If Luce, why hasn't she been grounded this whole 18 days? Also, why 18
Come
days?
on, bud.
What happens at the end of the 18 days?
Nothing.
Go back. Daniel and Cam go back to being enemies and trying to kill each other. I don't actually know. They don't.
But we
really
never
clear that up.
So annoying. So annoying.
Like, they were chilling just fine.
It wouldn't. I wouldn't. You know what?
They were chilling.
Rock, paper, scissors, like something.
But then an announcer shows her the prologue, and she's like, "Why is Daniel with Cam? They hate each other." And again, whatever.
The announcer doesn't show her like the whole prologue, though. So.
No, it only shows part of it. She can't hear much, but she hears them saying some things of like, "We got to get her over there," because she doesn't hear anything about the truce. But she overhears the bulk of the prologue. And now
Roland's at school as well now by this point.
Yes, Roland is at school. It is now Harvest Fest. Shelby's ex has been mentioned multiple times. His name is Phil.
Yeah,
He's weird.
Sorry.
He's weird.
To say something about Roland going to school though, right?
Yeah.
This is like a sort of cross where, like, you know, they were all playing teenagers and like there were a couple teachers that were aware, but they were all there for the same reason, so like it was fine.
Yeah.
Everyone, at least in the honors program or whatever, like all the Nephilim,
Her angel
is a demony angel, right?
Well, also, because Miles fangirls when he meets Ariane because he's like, "I read about you in my 4th grade textbook."
Yeah, and what I can't remember if it was Shelby or Dawn or Jasmine, but one of them was like, "I've spent my entire life wanting to go to like a Roman Sparks party, and now I get to."
Yeah.
And not a single one of them goes, Why
is he here?
Like, if he was just there, sure. And if he was posing as a student for the afternoon classes, sure. But he's in class with the Nephilim, doing the Nephilim.
Taking notes and shit.
Like, and he's an apt student, apparently. And I'm like, why is nobody questioning why this angel is sitting learning how to life as a Nephilim? Because that's what the class is, how to life as a Nephilim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's participating, and they all know he's a fucking demon.
Yeah, like he's in textbooks. This man be famous.
He studied him last year. Like, it's weird.
Anyways, Miles, she's grounded.
Well,
so Miles,
Luce is in high school, so.
Yeah. Miles comes to her room via the roof. And this is where I have the note where I wish this was the type of book where she didn't choose Daniel and chose herself. It would be astronomically better. It'd be so much better.
She chooses herself kind of at the end.
Yeah, but she's going to go back to Daniel. The synopsis is Luce would die for Daniel.
Yeah, no, she will go back to Daniel by the end of the
literally die.
You know what, though? I love that it's like Luce would die for Daniel. As if she's ever had a choice.
And the next one is that she has over and over again.
She will die for Daniel.
She has, and she will. And then he's like, "I like you," and then he kisses her. And then my favorite moment of this entire book happens, where she climbs back into her room and she sees Daniel, who saw the whole fucking thing. My favorite moment of the book.
It was pretty great. That was the moment I finally kind of like woke up and I was like, ugh.
Daniel saw her kiss another guy. It's very great.
Like, finally, Daniel, if it isn't the consequences of your actions, or in this case, your refusal to speak to your girlfriend about anything.
I was like, will it emote? Let's see.
3
He
days.
dramatically flies off.
Yeah, dramatically flies off. We have 3 days. It's about to be Thanksgiving break.
I was hoping he'd like cry or something.
No, he just flies away unhappily. He just
sad flaps.
Yeah. Just Kelowna dances.
Kelowna dances his way out of there.
I have a question. How? I know that Addie started the Kelowna dance.
Yeah, I did.
What?
How did it start?
How?
It was the first book that he was in. I mean, wait, listen. In
We're gonna have to go
2024,
back.
in 2024, when we reread it, I'll
I'm gonna
make
have to-
sure I pinpoint the moment that I'm like, this was the Kelowna dance. This is because
But what
it's
did you
him.
forget?
It's him like flying away and doing something.
Is that what it was? I
Yeah,
don't
it's him
remember.
flying away.
I'm gonna go back and find that stream, and I'm gonna just have to watch it.
Well, so we know it's after. I joined y'all after Burned, the one after Burned. So Awakened.
Because you read a bunch of them, like
Yeah, you had to binge read what, like 6
I
or
had to
7 of
binge
them?
read all the way up until Burned, which Burned is my least favorite.
So Burn was the one that you
loathe.
joined.
No, I
Yeah.
joined after Burned because I remember it was stream was about to start and she was at
was
my
it
apartment.
Tempted?
No, Tempted's before Burned. Awakened is after Burned.
Was it Awakened that we were?
Yes, because Awakened is my favorite one of the series.
One of them made you cry. We were at your apartment.
It
We were
was one of
listening
the
to it on your
sequels.
sound bar.
It was the sequels.
That's right. And
It
you
was
started-
RAVENS going hard, come out wet.
Way.
And I
And you started
fucking
crying.
lost it. I was sobbing. And she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No."
And you were
Took
not okay.
14 books, but this series finally broke me. I'm not even including the novellas, like fucking 20 books.
And I remember when we read are we redoing the novellas? I don't think we.
No,
That's
hell
not
no.
necessary.
Hell no.
Can we not? I can't.
Hell no.
Look, I don't want to, but I also feel like we have to.
No.
We're not doing it properly if we don't.
For the
do it
10-year
properly.
10-year anniversary of us doing the first read through, we'll do the novellas, not for the 5. Fuck that.
Yeah. Oh my god, it will be the 5-year anniversary of it. That's cute.
That's,
Yeah,
what
that's
we
what we planned it
decided.
for.
Oh wow, I did. So I would reread Kelowna's Fall. That's the only one I would reread willingly.
Yeah.
Because I remember
Because-
when you and I were driving down to Myrtle, we were
Yeah.
like, "This is not by PC and Kristen. This is a fucking ghostwriter. Because this is
It was
good."
I think that was only the first chapter, though.
Yeah, the
Yes.
first chapter, we
Yeah,
were
the
like,
first
"This book
chapter.
is good. What is happening?" And then but PC and Kristen. Anyways, Miles and Shelby decide they're going to stay with Luce for Thanksgiving because she's sad and not able to go home. And then Ari shows up and is like, "Hi, we're going home." And then Miles comes in with a suitcase. Shelby starts packing her suitcase. Roland is standing there like, "Why are we bringing so many children to Georgia?" But they portal to Sword and Cross. They portal to the pool. That was a cute little cameo. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
We get to visit Penn.
Yeah, we visit
Yeah.
Penn's grave, and her dad's grave.
Yeah.
It's sad. Whatever.
Killing Penn is like, I don't know, that was a mistake.
But now we have Shelby at least.
Yeah. Actually, no. Because
I feel
Movie
like it's
Pen
not a
and
mistake.
Movie Pen
Oh, no,
and
yeah, Movie
Book
Pen
Pen
and-
are not the same person.
Yeah,
Just
Movie
kidding.
Pen we liked, but
I disagree.
No, Book Pen was fine.
Okay. I don't remember, honestly.
I literally I only remember
Movie Pen and Book Pen were probably like they were the same person. It was fine.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Oh my gosh.
Her death was probably one of like my least favorite character deaths in most series because like she was like the shining beacon of light in this series,
I
and then
know.
she just died in the first book.
Ugh. So our gaggle shows up to the parents' house and they're like,
Oh,
"Oh,
yeah.
you brought friends." Cool.
Yeah, so-
and then oh god, yeah.
Yeah, so they get there and it's Luce, Miles, Shelby, Ari, and Roland. And then they're like, "Cool." And then they see
A cab
Then
pulls
she-
up.
a cab pulls up. She knows that
Cab's
Callie's in the
here.
cab. She jumps
The
out.
cabs are here.
And then Cam and
Callie.
Daniel.
Cam and Daniel.
But then she opens the door and they're still not there, right? They're still down at the cabin. The door, and she opens the door and there's Gabby and Molly. And Molly brought, what did she bring? It was like shrimp something.
Spicy shrimp. There's some spicy shrimp dish. But 2 people turned into 10 people. And her mom was rightfully like, Luce, this is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
You cannot do this.
They brought food.
Yes. Yes, they did.
They did bring food.
Because Gabby brought some sort of vanilla ice cream thing.
Yeah, she brought homemade ice cream. That's cute.
Of course, Gabby brought vanilla ice cream because she's like she's fine, she's sweet, she's whatever, but she's nothing. So of course she brought the nothing ice cream. Yeah,
so it's fine. So mom's upset at this, and then she's like, "But mom, I'm in love with Daniel."
And her mom's just like, "Well, I guess we can't just kick everyone except Daniel out. So I guess, but next time, please."
Warning.
A little bit of warning.
Yeah.
I did at least appreciate, and I feel like that whole scene with her mom felt like the epitome of polite Southern parenting. Like you pull your child aside and you're like, "Excuse you. Why? Now I have to go and play hostess to all these people I don't know, but I'm going to do it with a smile on my face, and you owe me a big thank you."
Southern charm right there.
That is what would happen, honestly.
Yeah. And there's a pissing contest between Miles and Daniel, not Cam, sadly.
I will say though, the gumption of Miles, I will say, like,
you gotta admire the go now.
I know the tertiary love interest,
but like he's acting like, how absolutely dare you to Daniel, who is literally her soulmate of millennia.
Yeah.
And he's just some guy that she met like a week ago.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm here for it too.
The fucking gumption.
I mean, I would pick Cam personally because he kills people and we stand. A fictional murderer.
I do.
That is my
need to know though, right? You know how in the movie she rides the motorcycle and he's the backseat babe. Does that happen in the book? Because if it happens in the book, then I will never pick him.
That's fair.
That's fair.
I'd pick Miles.
I can't respect a man.
I'd pick Roland. I'd pick anyone over Daniel.
I pick Phil.
I'd pick Phil.
I just want to know if there's ever been God, because now I'm trying to think of a book where the blonde love interest doesn't make me want to like jump off a cliff.
You'd like Rowan from Throne of Glass.
Okay.
You would like him.
I'm gonna Google.
That's about it.
Are we just talking in like fantasy?
Like in general,
because there's a lot more blondes in non-fantasy.
Is there another genre?
That's me. That's me. Are you kidding?
You should interest.
Sorry. You should look at my want to read on Goodreads. It is bad.
Sorry, but yeah, no. Honestly, I didn't.
The Gargoyle book, is he blonde? Not the bad choice. The better.
No, I don't think so.
What was his name?
I'll find out. I'll read that series next.
What's his name?
I don't know. His name's Zane.
Huh?
Zane, I think.
I think maybe Zane.
Did that just
Dark Elements?
Am I right about
Zane
that?
is a character. Appearance. I need to. Okay, this series doesn't have a wiki and it's rude, so now I'm gonna actually have to open the book.
There is Zane. Zane and Roth.
Roth is the bad choice.
Is that the one we don't want?
Yeah.
Or the bad boy?
He's the bad boy.
Oh, so the one
who's
we
the bad
do
choice?
Want. No, it's Zane and Roth. Yeah,
yeah, I was right.
Zane. I'm trying to look to see what Zane looks like. Okay, I found Zane. Where is his appearance? Describe this fucker. The gorgeous Zane, whom she's crushed on for. Okay, do you think Zane would let him? Blah. No, they're talking about Zane. Where is he?
One of them is blonde.
I think she is blonde.
She is blonde. I'm looking at some covers where...
I need to know what he is, though.
Okay, I saw his pearly white luminous glow first, pure soul, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fresh out of the shower, Zane's blah. Rigorous training kept his body chiseled and rock hard. I don't care what does... Damn sandy hair. Zane
So
is
he has
blonde.
white hair.
And we don't wind up with him.
True. But that's the fans' fault, though. That's not hers. Oh, it is hers.
But it is
hers.
you know, because she could have done something different. But like,
she could have
saying,
not left it up to the fans.
No, I know in like contemporary romance, like there are blonde protagonists and stuff like that all the time. That's not weird. But like, I cannot think of a fantasy book where there's either fantasy romance, which is different than fantasy with a romantic subplot, or fantasy, whatever.
My sexy angel search is still like on another screen on my computer because I do like the slidey screen thing, and you guys have to see it. So I just posted that because you need to see what I mean when I said.
I'm scared. Why?
So I've read a ton of. Oh wow!
There is so much.
That is a lot.
There is so much.
I'm gonna close that tab now. So I've read a crap ton of like fantasy romance novels in the past year and a half or so. A crap ton.
Yeah.
They're all dark haired.
Yeah.
All the love interests. The ones that I write for fun, all dark haired.
I can't. You know what? I don't think
to make
it's them light haired.
It makes them look dark and broody.
It's a tall, dark, and handsome thing. You know.
It wouldn't occur to me, honestly. It would not occur to me to make one blonde. It would occur to me to make a secondary one blonde.
Yeah, same.
That's right. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna Google blonde male love interest fantasy.
Does Stixie have what color hair does Stixie have?
Dark.
Okay. Even in real life.
There's actually a Reddit thread. Favorite blonde male lead. Brownie points if it's a series. Okay, tall, dark, and handsome is understandably the main it factor. Yep. But how about tall, fair, and blonde? Okay, Sebastian from Devil in Winter by Lisa Claypass is blonde. Don't know who that is. I also don't know if these are fantasy. This is just romance.
I'm going to that one. Hang on.
I don't know if that's a fantasy book, though.
I can't find it.
Eric Northman in the Suki.
That does not look like a fantasy.
It's not fantasy.
That is definitely just straight up romance.
That's like Regency.
Eric from Suki Stackhouse.
Oh.
Suki Stackhouse.
Sorry. Or if I pronounce it like the series, it's
True Blood.
Yeah. I was like, that's a True Blood character.
Oh, yeah, Jace from Mortal Instruments as well. He's blonde.
What's it? Oh my god, what's his name from Shifters? Who beats the crap out of the main character?
Mark. He's not blonde. He's Mexican. He's olive-skinned Mexican. His name is
I knew that. So I imagined him as olive-skinned Mexican and also bleach blonde.
Whoa.
I heard no.
But maybe one of the love interests in I know. Oh no, I think they're all brown.
Or is it Jace? Am I mixing him up with Jace?
No, Jace is also dark hair.
One
of the brothers, I think, at least one of Faith's brothers is blonde. So I think
for some reason I had this impression that Marcus like peroxide dyed like his tips or something.
No. No, he's just a Mexican cat.
Because I think it's because I don't like him because he physically abuses the main characters. So, and the parents like
he does it back to him sometimes.
It's true, but the parents encourage it and they're really happy about it. And so I don't like either.
He's throwing furniture through the walls, and they're just like, oh, how cute, a lovers quarrel.
Yeah, and so I don't like him, and I don't like that she's okay with it. And so I guess I uncharitably was like, oh yeah, 90s frosted tips. That's what's going on here. That's how I pictured it.
Anyways, Mom and Dad go take their dog on a walk, and their dog is in a turkey costume, which is very important to note. It is a toy poodle.
It's a poodle.
Turkey costume. And then the dad's like, I really like that Miles kid. And I'm like, me too, Dad. But no. And then so they leave conveniently, and then the angels like get into formation, forgetting that there's also another mortal named Callie here. Yeah.
You know, you're growing up when you're like agreeing with the parents of a wife.
Okay. I actually had this conversation on Reddit the other day as well. And it was more about parents in TV series. And yeah, like growing up, like Gilmore Girls, I was like Team Lorelai, right? Because, you know, she was the fun mom, you know, all that stuff. As an adult, I watch it, and her mother, like, we used to joke about how her mother was like, you know, just like my nan. Emily's Gilmore's biggest freaking sin in the show, okay, there are some things she doesn't do well, is she wasn't happy that her 16-year-old daughter got pregnant, and then she wanted to see her more than once a year. And the whole thing was like, because she was like, if you want me to give you tens of thousands of dollars, I want you to come and have dinner with us every Friday night. And her daughter makes out like she was like, can you please pull out your teeth on a weekly basis and then glue them back in so you can pull them out next week. That's how much she complained about having to see her mother once a week. And I am Team Emily. I'm Team Emily, and I never was. But once you're an adult, and especially once you have kids, you're like, this is responsible. Like, this is being a responsible person.
So angels like squat up, and they're like, the outcasts are here.
And Callie's just confused.
Yeah, Callie, poor Callie. And then the back door opens, and it's Phil. It's Shelby's ex-boyfriend, who's an outcast. And then so fight ensues. Lots of
with
bickering.
Phil.
Yeah, fighting with Phil.
Phil.
And then they discover that the outcast never wanted to kill Luce in the first place.
Oh, I'm glad we went through all of this.
Yeah.
And it's like, you mean to tell me that you have just been killing people for 18 days?
You know what's really nice though? I'm so glad that their arbitrary truce length lined up perfectly with Thanksgiving. And Phil, whatever he was doing.
Yeah.
That's convenient.
Also,
final countdown.
Okay. I have a. So Phil was posing as a human student at the school.
Yes.
So either to get closer to Luce. This is another plot hole, right? Except no one knew Luce was going there until Luce was going there.
Yeah.
So either Shelby had a long enough relationship with this guy in 2 days before they broke up, to get his spare keys for his car, like because she gave them to because they were dating, for them to form a relationship, but then for him to start asking about Luce in ways that made Shelby go, does he want a threesome type thing? Whatever. And then they break up, but she's still like hung up on the guy. Or did he somehow like look like? I know the angels have like, they don't have premonitional powers because they didn't know, right? They didn't know that Luce was going to go there. No one knew Luce was going to go there until she went there. Yeah. And the outcast didn't know that she was there until she started leaving the place. But Phil was there the whole time.
Yep. Yep.
Why was he there in advance? Or was he just there to be like, oh, you need to keep tabs, and like, I guess being adjacent to Nephilim is a way to keep tabs on situations in general, and then it was just Quinky Dink that Luce ended up going there.
I presume that we're supposed to believe it's Quinky Dink.
It
doesn't make sense.
Because otherwise, like, how long did it take you for you to allow your SO to just have a key to your car in general?
He doesn't have a key to my car.
There we go.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, he, like, I also, my spare key is like in my closet though, so like like it's very hidden for no reason. It's just because I forget about it because it's not like it's just the key, it's not the fob. So
yeah, spare keys to cars are like hard to come by these days. Like it's like that. It's like a process.
Because most people, you buy your car used, so you don't get the 2 key fobs that come with your car. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
I have both, but that's because I bought my dad's.
I do happen to have both, which is like really lucky. So
makes the resale value higher actually if you have both key fobs.
Yeah. I'm not doing that, but like
yeah.
I'm just hoping that someone like just crashes into my car one day, so because it's insured for like $10,000 more than what it's worth now, because it has the value from when I first insured it, and it's insured for like 17, and I'd be lucky to get 5 or 6 for it now, I think. So I just hope that someone crashes into it one day.
Yeah.
I have to go into second gear to go up hills, okay? Because he didn't go for the turbo option. I have to go down to second gear to go up a hill.
Drives automatic.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean.
I used to have an auto and I fucking hate it. I hate autos because I can feel it change its gear itself. I'm like, I don't like this at all.
Do you guys see?
It's odd.
So y'all don't just like, is it not common?
Autos are more common now than manuals. I just prefer manual.
Okay. Because I don't even know how to drive a manual.
Yeah, no, they don't teach you that here.
My sister doesn't know how to, but my other sister does, because both of us were like, if we... One, it's probably just handy to know, but 2, I don't want to risk ever being like, I want this car, I love this car, I must have this car, and then be like, oh, but I can't drive a manual.
See, it's
just not an issue in America.
It's so uncommon now that like
to have a manual
to even learn would actually be kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, you'd have to find an old person or a car junkie.
Well, you would actually have to find. Well, not only that, you'd have to find a car to learn on.
Also true. Yeah.
Yeah, because the car that I had when you came here was an auto, but that was just because we had to find a car that was suitable for a baby. And the first car that we found was an auto, and we're like, that was in our price range, and we're like, okay, done, we'll get that one. But then that car was, someone ran up my ass and the car got written off, and I needed another car, and I was just sharing my dad's because I had come here to stay, and then he died, so I got his car. So
that's a way to get a car.
Yeah. Well, I did have to buy it out because he did have it on a lease, and so then I bought it out because he had gotten it new, so we only had to pay, I think, like $2,000 to get like a 6 or 7 year old car.
That's not bad.
So worked out well, but I guess depending on how you look at it, because he died. So
yeah,
car wise, it worked out well.
I meant the car, not the dad death thing.
Yeah. Look, sometimes you have to just look at the positive side of things. I also got a better bed.
Yeah.
He's not long gotten a new mattress, and it's really comfy. Much better than the old bed. Carrying on.
So there's a fight happening. There's a fight happening. Someone has like Miles like at arrow point, so Luce is like, no, stop, I'll go with you, and that's when we find out they don't want to kill her, they just want to take her
to McDonald's or whatever.
Yeah.
Also,
Angels, we're going on a trip in a rocket ship.
It's weird, right? Because I'm assuming that angels can do some of this stuff because the Nephilim have mixed abilities.
Yeah.
But we never hear any mention of the angels being able to do any of this stuff. So maybe it's the angel blood mixed with the human blood that makes the thing happen.
Yeah.
But Miles.
Oh, yeah, Miles.
And,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is very important.
Create mirror images, and by that,
like
I guess
of people.
Yeah, like you can make a duplicate of, but only of people that he really, really, truly cares about.
Only people that he loves.
You know, instead of like fencing, I don't know, maybe like establishing some of that could have been. We could have done that.
Mentioned it casually,
a special
like
power
chapter 2.
class.
Yeah.
You mentioned it casually in chapter 2, and then it just comes back out in chapter 19.
Yeah. But yes, so Miles makes a duplicate of Luce, and for some reason because the outcast is blind though, but the outcasts are blind, but they can still see or whatever. I don't know. They've had 6,000 years, I guess, to perfect their ability
to figure out how they work.
Their eyesight.
Well,
so
that's the thing. If you're gonna make something blind, we haven't done this yet. This stream, writing advice from book club, okay. If you're gonna make something blind, don't make it unblind like immediately.
Like they can accurately shoot arrows at things that are not next to them.
And I don't mean like in the Toph Avatar The Last Airbender sense of like, I mean like
that makes sense.
I mean like there's this enemy, it's blind. Like, okay, excellent. Never mind. Okay, unexcellent.
Honestly, I think half the reason why was to foreshadow Phil, because everyone talked about how weird his eyes were. Well, by everyone, I mean Shelby.
Yeah.
So I think that was probably just meant to foreshadow him being one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have just been like they have funky eyes or something. Like, I don't know, or they have some sort of, I don't know, like D&D.
They have acne.
They have D&D blind sight, something.
Yeah, like
whatever.
Yeah, but so this outcast is like, while being blind, looking directly at Luce, right, talking to her. But then mirror image Luce taps outcast on the shoulder, and instead of going, I guess somehow my ability to function for the last 6,000 years it goes, oh, Luce was behind me the whole time. How interesting. Come with me. And carries Luce away. And Luce just goes and hides in the shed. And everyone else is watching, right? And no one else notices that a wild Luce teleported or something. And so Luce is able to just walk away. And no one has noticed that isn't Luce.
Yeah, right? It's so annoying.
Even though 2 seconds earlier, Daniel was like, Luce, no, don't do it. And Cam's like, Luce, no, don't do it. And all the angels are like, Luce, no, don't do it. And they're looking at her saying, don't do it. And then they're like, oh, she's over there. Our bad. I guess we were just imagining her standing across the yard. So then Luce goes and hides in a garden shed. And
yeah, that sequence of events is very...
It doesn't make sense.
Because the time to
mirror image
duplicates, the time, it's not as she's like, okay, I will go with thee.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like they should have retreated into the fucking house, right? And then and then Miles make a thing, and then they're like, Luce, there's 2 of you. Please wait, they have to whisper because outcasts are outside.
Yeah.
There's 2 of you in me. And Miles is like, that's me. I'm doing a thing. Not okay. Send her out. And then they do that. But then we wouldn't get the dramatic, because they're all like Vader. They're all like Vader. Yeah, they're all like Vader nose screaming, right?
No.
And Miles is just like, yep, she's gone. Sorry, Daniel.
And Cam just chunk.
You know what I think it is?
Arrow.
You know what I think it is? I think the reason why Daniel will not kill anybody is because he's very confident that Luce will just come back no matter what happens.
Yeah.
I forgot.
You do it next time. It's okay.
You know what? Next one is Passion. So actually, no,
Passion.
The one with the heart in the middle, that's going to be for Fallen in Love, okay? Yeah, the heart wings is Fallen in Love, okay? Because I feel like the heart goes with the title, right?
Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot. We're just gonna pretend I've had it on for the past 2 hours. I'm gonna hold it here while we finish because we're at the end of the book. It's fine.
Yeah. But so Cam does, he's like whoosh, and
Kills Luce.
Daniel, you're the hero of the story. What the? He doesn't do anything heroic, first of all, and that's
not
annoying.
At all. It's so
not
annoying.
At all.
Excuse you. He disposes of the bodies.
No. So he doesn't seem ever like. He yells at Luce a lot, but he's never like super invested in actually saving her life, and I feel like that's a red flag.
Yeah. Also,
I think he's just too comfy. I think he's too comfy in the idea that she's going to come back to life if she dies.
Yeah, like, okay. I understand the falling to the knees, Vader screaming no when someone's picked up your girlfriend and flown off with her. If you're someone like, say, Miles, right?
Yeah.
Because Miles can't fly.
Yeah, but like you can fly.
Daniel, he could have just gone no and gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't even say
fight in the sky.
Also, don't waste the breath on saying no. Just go. Like, shut up. Go. God.
Freaking run.
Shut up. Save her. God. What are you doing?
Oh, also, how much did you guys love? We don't want to kill you, Luce. You're the price.
Yeah.
And her last name's Price.
I hated that.
Right. I hated that too. I hated it with every fiber of my being. Because I was like, the price of what, though?
I don't know the price.
My sanity?
I don't.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, but it was.
Do you think Daniel has a favorite version?
Oh, he's got it, right?
It's probably not this one because she doesn't listen to him.
Do you think there's like one that just acted like a golden retriever from like 1722?
Maybe it's going to be the offensive one.
Maybe.
I can't remember what that one's like.
Like from like 1722. Yeah, that acted like an obedient pug, and he's like, I missed that one.
I guess the question is as well, though, is it like Eva? You know how like Eva changed personalities every single time?
Yeah, or is she?
Does Luce change personalities, or is she the same person every time?
I mean, that's a good question.
And then that's going to bring into question nature versus nurture, because even if she's like inherently the same person, does her raising change things about her, and if so, what? Because I can't remember enough about her past lives to remember if she's different.
Well, you know,
I guess we're gonna find out.
These authors are never usually that nuanced about it, and don't usually take a lot of the time to actually go into like what are the core aspects of this character, and then like how would being beaten alive versus having 10 square meals a day.
At least in Immortals, right? She'll just like, no, you're different people every time, but you had the same soul and I loved you. Like, she's just like, no, fuck it. I'm not going to even try and go into nuances of it. It's just different people, but he still loved her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess I can't criticize Lauren too much because we don't know. I can't remember how the personality is different, how that's handled it. I will say as well, I do think one thing I did like in this book as well is Luce starts getting mad at Daniel.
I loved that.
Throughout this, because she's just like, especially when she starts seeing like glimpses of her former parents, her sister, all that stuff. And she's just like, and it finally hit her that all of her previous selves
have
had
created
families and friends and
a wake of destruction in their wake, like ruining lives constantly. All because of
every
Daniel.
17 years. So like she has like multiple families alive right now.
Yeah.
Because 17 years is not that long.
It's not a generation.
No.
It's not even a generation.
So like, okay, we'll say 80. She has 4 to 5 families at least alive right now that would have known her firsthand. Parents.
I mean, if we're starting from like
3 or
if we're starting from right now,
I mean, conceivably, 100 years.
2023 minus 17. She would have been born in 2006. Minus another 17 is 1989. Minus another 17 is 1972. minus another 17 is 1955.
So she's got a lot of generations.
Which is the year my mom was born. No, the year my dad was born.
Yeah, so she's probably got 3 to 4 sets of
1938
alive, plus maybe 5 lots of siblings alive.
So 1938 is probably the last generation that's conceivably alive, because another 17 after that is 1921. So
yeah,
well, it also well, with that one though, right? It could potentially, she could have had an older siblings in that one that could have had children by the time she turned 17.
Like,
so she's got nieces and nephews from that family.
Daniel has ruined hundreds of families. Hundreds.
Yeah.
He should have left her the heck alone a long time ago.
And she starts getting mad because she's just like, you not leaving me alone meant that all of these people, thousands upon thousands of people, have been grieving me the millennia.
Yeah. But at the end of the book, she's like, she literally is like, I need a break, and then just jumps into one of the announcers and goes into the past. And the epilogue is Daniel just being
and then Daniel Vader knows again.
Yeah, Daniel Vader knows.
He turns and sees her.
And it's so annoying.
So he has 3 Vader knows. When she flies away, when Cam shoots her with an arrow. And then when she...
I wish Sam had done something that interesting in one of the Mercy books. My God.
See, my brain went to our Sam, and I was like,
"Oh yeah,
Sam would do it."
Oh no, Sam would totally do. Our Sam would do it.
Our Sam would.
Our Sam would.
If Naomi, if it was like Naomi or something, and like he knew she'd suffer. I mean, but that would also be killing Aiden.
But also why
Sam wouldn't kill Aiden? Well, right now, Sam might.
Is that book? Oh, that book is out.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam might, yeah.
Sam might. We can say that out loud. Sam might.
Yeah. Spicy. But he's like, I'm gonna go find her.
I don't know why Cam would though, right? Because they know that that's it though. I can't remember what the Outcast full plot is, right? So I guess it depends on their plot as to why he killed her. Because they know that they don't want to kill her. So at this point, so I don't know.
But
yeah, so
that's torment. I'm sorry to have tormented you like this.
Well, it's time to be passionate about the next book, okay, guys?
Oh, I'm sure we'll have passion. We'll have some sort of passion about it.
Yeah.
57 people are currently reading Passion. Tells you on Goodreads.
A bunch of them probably marked it as currently reading like a decade ago, and then just never updated.
I wish I could see that.
I was trying to look for the other name in Passion, the one that isn't loose based, and I couldn't find it. So maybe that one's not in Passion. That one could be in Fallen in Love or in Rapture. I can't remember at what point that one appears. But I'm gonna actually have a look in Rapture now. Give me a second. Because also, if the name is not something that will show what it is, then will tell you what it is. Okay.
Fallen. That's right. Fallen in Love is the Valentine's Day special.
Yes, it is the Valentine's Day special.
because Valentine's Day in medieval England, Miles and Shelby find love where they least expect it. Roland learns a painful lesson. Arian pays the price.
I was gonna say, don't worry about Miles. He doesn't get completely fucked over forever.
I hope so. He deserves better. Yeah, Lauren Kate's Fallen in Love is filled with love stories, the ones everyone has been waiting for. Daniel and Luce, and for the first and last time, Daniel and Luce spend a night together like none other.
Oh, and wait, okay. This is so it's definitely either in Fallen in Love or Passion, but I know now what word to search for. Okay, no, I think it is in Passion. Okay, because it's getting referenced in Fallen in Love. Okay, Let me just see if I can find what her name is. I can't find her name. Damn it. That's rude. But the gargoyle's in the next book.
The gargoyle?
The gargoyle that's in this series that I have told you guys about. That,
is it like a
from what I remember is fun.
Is it a fucking
No,
gargoyle?
it's a
or is it
little,
like a hunchback of Notre Dame?
2 foot two. It's like a 1 or 2 foot tall.
Or is it a hunchback of Notre Dame gargoyle?
Wait.
So
find...
sometimes people write books with fuckable gargoyles.
That's not a thing.
He's not a fuckable gargoyle. He's like a statue gargoyle.
So
I
that
hate
series...
to inform you
We don't do that here.
that fuckable gargoyles are a thing.
What's that?
Tell you, we don't fucking do that here.
Crave? That series Crave that we've talked about? That's about gargoyles.
Yes. Is it?
She's a gargoyle.
Is she really?
She's a gargoyle. I watched a video essay about the first one, and it's a shit show.
I need to watch that because I don't think we're ever going to get to that, and I think that's okay.
I'll tell you who I watched it by.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really want to get to Sarah J. Maas.
I haven't.
You know what? Because I actually think that we'll have a good spread of opinions on it, and I think that'll be interesting.
It's true because I will be the stan. I will be the book talk stan.
I enjoy them, but I have things to say.
Well, yeah, and like I haven't read them in over a year or more, so like I know if I reread them, and also since I just read Crescent City, and I can already see like how like insanely better Crescent City was versus like Throne of Glass, like just in the writing style and everything.
And I haven't read like the Throne of Glass series or anything, but
it's okay. It's been solid. It's been solid 3 stars for me so far. It's not like
I enjoyed ACOTAR, but there were times that I was like,
oh yeah, no, there are times that those books are unnecessarily long. That's my biggest complaint.
You could cut
a lot of
the books in half.
Yeah,
all of them.
Yeah, and Crescent City's also super long, but I have a lot of it's necessary, but yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Okay, I have combined 2 different names and 2 different things, and there are multiple bad paths, by the way.
Is she Marie Antoinette in one of them?
No, she wasn't.
But could you imagine?
Is she Anne Boleyn?
No.
Is she a historical figure of any kind? Am I gonna?
I think she ends up being.
I hate the history parts of these books.
They always screw it up.
There is one where she's meant to be engaged to a king of some kind, but I don't know if he's mentioned by name or if it's just a thing. But
and it's not that I'm looking for 100% historical accuracy from my paranormal romance YA fiction.
Right.
It's just that, like, you know, some orphan child from Italy knowing who Leonardo da Vinci was, and also then knowing who Vincent van Gogh was, like,
that's what
not
gets
just knowing
me
who they
mad.
were, knowing them.
That's what gets me
inspiring
mad.
them, teaching them how to be them.
Oh no! Remember, he taught them.
Yes, he was their mentor.
If I could strangle him with my bare hands, I would.
That put me into a coma. You want to talk about things that put me into a coma? That
I would rather. This is a very, from me, y'all are gonna be shocked that these words are coming out of my mouth. I what was his name? Damon, I assume.
Damon.
I think, yeah.
No, Damon. Damon?
He was spelled weird also.
It was.
I would rather, if I had the chance to like permanently murder one fictional character, I'd pick him over Heath.
I'd
pick him over Heath.
Oh, I don't know.
No, he fucked with my boy Leo. I can't.
No, because here's the thing, I never have to read those books again. And Leonardo da Vinci's already dead, but I'm not. I'm still here, and I'm still suffering because of Heath, so.
And you will continue to suffer again.
Yeah. Every 5 years, we will suffer.
We are going to have to, when we get to them, we're going to have to commit to like an average of like 2 a week or something, because otherwise it would take us half a year.
It'll take us 6
It'll
months.
take us 6 months.
Well, because if we do the entire, all right, back to Goodreads. If we do the entire series,
it's 12 books plus 4.
Plus, what if, but it said the end for now at the end of that last one too.
Okay,
what if
right
there's
now,
more?
Right now it's 12.
More?
Okay, well, right now it's 12 books plus 4.
And then plus 4 if we choose
to do the novellas again.
Which we are not. We've already established that.
You have established that. I have not.
This is my channel.
He also has that other world. Was that really 4? Did we read Found?
Yes,
we did. I never marked it as read. 1 star. Thank you.
Yes, Leonardo da Vinci is dead and I am not. These are me spitting nothing but facts.
The Found does not end with the end for now. It's the end for now.
Yeah, question mark. It's still open. It is still. I don't know what I would do if they released another book. I really don't know what I would do.
I think
then we would also be dead. Like,
I would be filled with such rage and excitement.
I'm just seeing if there's any conversation recently about a new book. House of Night.
I don't know what else the heck they can do.
We didn't know before either.
Other world.
Well, like they could do.
They keep multiplying.
They could They could do a.
They could age them up and give them kids.
That's what I was thinking. Do kind of like a slice of life thing, like a novella, like a.
Can I note that
check-in thing?
Imagine Zoe.
So far, nothing.
She would be a horrible mother.
Sorry, I was breathing.
I said Zoe is a mother. That would be,
oh God.
That would be a time. But okay, so
she is going to have a daughter, right? And then she's going to say to her daughter, listen to me, daughter. I
didn't get a chance to fuck a bird because the bird said, I want to fuck Stevie Ray. So this time, you have to fuck the bird.
I know he's your uncle, Rafaim, but
you laugh. There is no way in hell that Zoe's kids do not refer to Rafaim as Unky Raph.
Unky Raph.
I'm still a little bit disappointed that the Disasters never got a sequel.
Oh, honestly, we have to make a pledge. We have to make. Hey guys, we have to make a pledge. If one of us were to come into a large enough sum of money that the money that it would cost to pay them to finish the series would not be missed, we must pay them to finish the Disasters.
Like, I'm sure that they had at least they don't outline.
The same
they don't even
artist,
outline.
The same artist and everything.
The thought of Zoe
I need those
scares
pictures
me
too. I need those pictures in there. I need it all. It must be finished.
Did we read Sisters of? We did read Sisters of Salem.
Yeah, we haven't read Omen's Bite.
Omen's Bite and Hex You comes out this year.
Yes.
We should just read them
Oh
together.
no, it came out in January.
Yeah, that scares me too.
The thought of Zoe reproducing scares everyone.
Okay,
Do you
so
think that Zoe would
on
have
real
really
quick,
children?
guys.
Yeah.
Focus.
Yeah.
12 books plus 4
16 books, yes.
is 16. So that is 16 weeks.
Yep.
If we do it one
20
book a week,
weeks.
which is
20 books.
yeah,
20
right. I
weeks.
can't. No, 12 plus 4
Yes.
is
No.
12 plus 4 is 18. 12
She
plus
wants
4
to
is
do the novellas.
And we're
She's
adding
16.
novellas, so we're gonna
No.
I think we have to do the novellas.
It's not the full experience if you don't do it. That's the
It's
thing. I don't
not
want to
wrong.
that we have to.
Okay.
We need to read the one about the nice mulatto boy. Not my word. Not my word. Their word. It's fine.
Oh. These are gonna
But then
age
when-
every
They're
5
gonna
years.
age
These
so
are gonna
much-
age so bad. Okay.
Yeah, especially considering the first 2 books.
Oh,
where
yeah.
He's, like throwing out R words everywhere.
Okay.
And then, like, 3
We
books
can't
later.
take 6 months to do this. We can't do it.
That's what I'm saying. We need to like average at least 2 a week. At
I mean,
least.
we could honestly.
Maybe the novella weeks we could do 3.
Yeah.
And
Well,
we're gonna
they're
have to. We're
they
gonna
don't
have to
take
group
long
the
to read.
novellas. We have to group the novellas.
Yeah, we'll group the novellas. We'll do them in 2, so like Dragon and Lenobia, and then we'll do Nephron
No,
and
I
Kelowna.
think we do the novella with the book that immediately
Oh
immediately
yeah,
comes
yeah.
after the novella.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
however we want to do it.
Because we recap the novellas in the first chapter.
When
of
did-
the next
when does
book
this-
anyway.
that's right.
When does the torture start?
Let me check my reminder.
Who's gonna
October to next year.
My phone. I have
Who's
it.
gonna be pregnant?
October 28th,
Her.
2024. It is reread House of Night with Book Club. But like honestly, we should
Question.
move it up to August because that's when I joined you guys. So August 2024.
That's so soon.
It's a year and a half.
Yeah, I think. I still hope you go into spontaneously painful labor because you suggested this. This was your idea, and now we're doing it.
Wait,
I mean,
who? Which
Both
one?
of us.
Who are you
It was
pointing to?
me. It was my idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm pointing to. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. That way. I'm pointing at her now, though. Like to me.
This was my idea. And I also hope that I go into surprise labor.
No,
Really?
violently painful.
It should be a
Okay.
book club tradition that we all go into labor.
Into
on.
labor to House of Night.
At least one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although mine was it wasn't
It
Napoleon.
was
the
Covenant.
book before
Oh,
Napoleon.
it was.
It was the book before that, Napoleon, because we did Apollyon on my birthday with a 1-week-old baby. So it was the book before Apollyon, whichever one that is.
Which is. It's not Sentinel. It's one after it. Half blood,
Sentinel's the
pure
last
blood,
one. Apollyon's the second last one. I don't
deity.
think it was Elixir though.
Not.
An Elixir
I think
is
it was.
between.
I think it was
Elixir is
Apollyon.
immediately in between. No, we did Apollyon on my birthday. After the baby was born. Maybe it was Elixir.
I think it was Apollyon.
It wasn't Apollyon. I'm telling you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I am 100% certain Napoleon was after he was born.
I don't know.
Oh, YouTube.
So it would have been pure.
No, Pure's the second book.
No, pure's the
The
third book.
Deity or Elixir, I think it would have been.
Oh yeah, it was deity then.
Or Elixir. Maybe we were just talking for way longer because it felt like we were on there for a long time, but Elixir's a novella.
I don't remember.
I just know that it was one of them.
The Wikipedia, like the House of Night Wikipedia article, has a very small plot summary. Would you like me to read it?
Oh, God.
Zoe and her friends face the usual teenage issues. Zoe keeps some secrets from her friends and gets in trouble with them, forcing her to consider the nature of friendship. Kristen Cass said that these moral dilemmas were included because those are issues teenagers deal with. We're not afraid to discuss things that are actually happening. As with many contemporary vampire novels, exploration of human nature and social commentary forms a subtext. And there's
text.
And yeah, and
there's subtext.
It's text.
Sigili, I don't remember how to say that. I apologize.
Sigili.
Yeah, are taken from real Cherokee legends. That's it. That's the summary.
Make Tulsa strong again. Do not tell me that is subtext.
Anyways, yes, let's.
I'm sorry.
Text.
Yes, you probably have to eat dinner as well.
I need to eat dinner. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, enjoy your
So we will be back next week to continue passionate torment.
Passionate torment.
If you guys want to get to what I've been wanting to tell you since we started this, so months now, we can do it earlier.
We probably won't be able to do it before next Tuesday, but
she's coming into town this weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll be.
But for the next one, that might be possible.
Yeah. Well, then one after that is a novella, and it's pretty short.
Yeah.
Like way short. So
we
could probably
talk about it
on that one. Okay.
But tentatively next Tuesday. So.
All right.
I'm down for that.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.